The following programs were originally aired live, long before the advent of high fidelity, and they were recorded using a variety of means, from direct recording onto early audio tape and glass records, to simply placing the microphone of a wire recorder in front of the speakers of a radio playing the program. I hope, however, that any variance in audio quality will not take away from your pleasure in listening to these, some of the all-time favorite shows.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Dragnet. You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to burglary division. You get a call that an important piece of religious art has been stolen from the oldest church in Los Angeles. There's no lead to its whereabouts. Your job? Find it. The documented drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Wednesday, December 24th. It was cold in Los Angeles. We were working the day watch out of burglary division. My partner's Frank Smith. The boss is Captain Bernard. My name's Friday. I'd gone across the street to buy stamps for some Christmas cards I was sending out. It was 9:15 a.m. when I got back to room 45. Burglary. I sat down at a table in the squad room and I started to address the cards when Frank walked in carrying a stack of Christmas boxes.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Christmas cards, huh? A little late, aren't you?
Well, I was going to send them out Monday, but we had that stakeout.
You ought to get married, Joe.
Yeah?
It's the only system. Faye does all that stuff for me. Laundry, mails, cards. Only system.
Might help.
I brought in your present. Want to open it now?
No, I'll wait.
I always open a couple the day before.
Why?
Well, put you in the spirit ahead of time. I opened Phil's this morning.
Who's he?
Faye's brother in Denver. Gave me a magazine. One of those funny ones.
What do you mean, a comic book?
No. One of those funny ones, you know.
No, I don't, Frank.
Well, some of the pages have holes in them. You look through and there's a picture on the next page.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those on the newsstand.
They have cloth pasted in.
Cloth?
In the ads. If you want to buy a suit, they have a sample right there.
You mean you can feel it?
Reach right out and feel it. There was one for $200.
A suit?
Sure. Cloth comes from Scotland.
What's it made out of? Solid gold?
No, they got a special kind of goat over there. It's real smooth.
Not a goat, Frank. A sheep.
Well, it's a special kind of sheep, then, because a suit costs $200.
You gonna get one?
I told Faye. She said, wear the sample. Anything doing?
Fanning and Pryor were in on that market holdup.
They come up with anything?
Pound of air. Nothing else.
I hope it stays quiet. I got more shopping to do.
I finished.
What'd you get, Ann?
Stationery set. Some paper and envelopes. Leather binding.
Joe, you'll never learn.
Well, what's the matter?
No woman wants a stationery set. Get her something personal.
Well, it's got her initials on it.
No. You want something more sentimental, romantic.
What'd you get Faye?
It's different in her case.
What'd you get Faye?
Sewing machine.
That's romantic.
Well, it isn't a way.
Why didn't you buy her a catcher's mitt? Burglary Friday. Yes, that's right. You have the right department. All right, Father, we'll be right down. No, you can tell us about it there. Goodbye. The old mission church, they've had a theft.
Collection money?
Statue of the child Jesus. Frank and I checked out of the office and rode over to the church at the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Main. The old Mission Plaza Church, founded 1781, the year Los Angeles became a pueblo. The outside was typical early Spanish design, complete with mission arches. It was made of adobe and painted white. They called it the Queen of the Angels. The Padres from down in Mexico built it. The devout Mexicans in town still attended services there. 10:05 a.m. Frank and I crossed through the courtyard. It used to be the old stable, but the Spanish priest changed all that when it became a mission. Stonemasons paved the stable floor and made it a courtyard. They planted grapevines, trees, and flowers. A young priest crossed the courtyard to meet us. He'd been sitting on a stone bench reading his morning prayers, as priests had done here for 172 years. We asked for Father Xavier Rojas, who'd communicated with us. We were told he was inside. We entered a side door. The church seemed to glow with the hundreds of votive candles flickering on both sides of the altar and at the shrines throughout the church. It was empty except for a few people praying. Surrounding the main altar were several old oil paintings in gold frames. The air was heavy with the scent of Advent flowers. We found Father Rojas up near the sanctuary, looking at the nativity scene. He told us about the crib. It was a $70 duplication of the scene at Bethlehem. The parishioners had taken up a collection for it 31 years ago. It was put up every year on December 22nd and taken down after the holy season. It was beautiful, except that one of the shepherds had lost an arm, the sheep was old and cracked, and the infant Jesus was missing. Father Rojas led us back into the sacristy.
I'm sorry to bother you, men. It's all right, Father. Especially now, the holiday season.
We cash our checks, Father. You want to tell us what happened?
Or what you think happened? I discovered the statue was missing right after the 6 o'clock Mass.
You say the 6?
Yes. I started over to the rectory and stopped by the crib.
Was the statue there before Mass?
I don't know, but it was there last night.
How late is the church open?
All night.
You leave it wide open so any thief can walk in?
Particularly thieves, Sergeant.
You say it was there last night, Father? How late?
10 or 11 o'clock. We had confessions.
No one saw it after that?
One of the altar boys, he says it may have been there. He thinks it was.
Did he see it?
He's not sure.
What's his name?
Pardon me. Here's the schedule. You'll find the names for every Mass there.
Was there a big crowd at the 6 o'clock Mass, Father?
Not too many. 7's the big one. People on their way to work.
Did anyone stay after Mass, did you notice?
Not especially. I came back here, took off the vestments. I suppose it was 10 or 15 minutes before I went back in the church.
It was empty then?
No, people were coming in for the 7 o'clock.
Are these the altar boys, James Cornine and Joseph Heffernan?
That's right. Joe's the one who mentioned it might have been there.
Did you check with the other priests, Father?
Before I called you. None of them knows anything about it.
Just for a check on the pawn shops, how much is the statue worth?
In money?
Well, that's the point in pawn shops, Father.
Only a few dollars. We could get a new one, but it wouldn't be the same. We've had children in the parish. They've grown up and married. It's the only Jesus they know.
We understand.
And we've had children who died. It was the only Jesus they knew. So many of the people who come here are simple people. They wouldn't understand, Sergeant. It would be like changing the evening star.
We'll do our best, Father.
That's why it would mean so much to have it back for the first Mass on Christmas.
It's not very long, Father.
Less than 24 hours.
If anything turns up here, you know where to get in touch with us.
Yes. It's sad, isn't it?
How's that?
In so short a time, men learn to steal.
Yes, but consider us, Father.
Us?
If some of them didn't, you and I'd be out of work. 10:50 a.m. We notified pawn shop detail. Frank and I checked out the 2 altar boys. The first one, James Cornine, said he knew nothing about the missing statue. The second one, Joseph Heffernan, was not at home. His father said he had a part-time job, but he'd have him get in touch with us right after lunch. By 11:30 a.m., we'd run out of book procedure. We had a man to find. Our only clue, he'd been to church. 11:33 a.m. We checked the phone books for the names of religious stores in the area. 2 of them were closed. We tried the third. When we got there, the only person in the store was an elderly man sitting by a table. In front of him was a large, beautifully carved chess set. We're police officers. My name's Friday. This is my partner, Frank Smith.
Great to see you. Caught me in the middle of a big chess match.
Where's your partner?
Up in San Jose. We've been playing for years.
Same match?
No, just 2 or 3 months on this one. What I meant was we've been playing different matches for years.
I see.
You know, we do it through the mail. I send him a move, he sends me one.
Must keep you on your toes.
Except during the holidays, the mail gets all fiddled up. That's no good.
Guess not.
Slows things down, that's no good. I like to catch him off guard.
You, Mr. Flavin?
How'd you know? We never met.
Your name's on the window out front.
Mr. Flavin, we checked the other 2 religious stores in this neighborhood. They're closed.
This is the best one anyway. 50% European items.
We're checking the stores around the Mission Church.
For what?
Statue of the Child Jesus. Do you have one we could look at?
Sure.
No, sir, a larger one.
You don't want a larger one, unless it's for a church. That's why you want a larger one.
Could we see it, please?
It's not my due to butt in. But unless you live in a big place, this will make your living room all the kilter.
Yes, sir. Do most of the people who go to the Mission Church trade here?
Good many of them, especially the kids.
Why kids?
More religious. Check on yourself. See if kids aren't more religious than you.
Might be so.
That's what's wrong with the world. Oh, I don't mean you're wrong with it. Everybody.
Yes, sir. What if we could stick to the point, Mr. Flavin?
Sure. A lot of people from the Mission Church come in here.
Do people ever come in and sell back a religious article?
Like a prayer book or rosaries?
Yes, sir.
Second-hand, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Not since I've ever been around. It's silly.
Why?
People don't have religious articles so they can get rid of them. They have them so they can have them.
But if a man had a statue and wanted to sell it, he'd come to a place like this.
Sure, but he wouldn't want to sell it.
He would if it was stolen.
No, sir. If a man was to steal a statue, he'd be crazy or something like that. The only place he'd want to go is where crazy people are.
You may be right, Mr. Flavin.
I don't know what you fellas are looking for, but if it's somebody who stole a statue, he's crazy and you won't find him. You won't find him as long as you live, or in 1,000,000 years.
That should cover it. We checked religious stores out as far as Van Ness. We asked the same questions. The owners gave us the same answers, but none of them were as encouraging as Mr. Flavin. Frank and I had lunch and reported back to the office. It was 1:30 p.m. when we started into the squad room. The captain was just coming out.
I just checked for you in the lunchroom.
And we've been down on that theft at the mission.
May get some action on the Patterson case.
They locate him?
I think he's on the bus from Sacramento.
Well, that means the Bakersfield police.
We'll wait and see.
One of you fellas, Sergeant Friday?
He is.
I'm Drew Heffernan. My father said you wanted to see me.
Well, sit down, son. You didn't have to come in. A phone call would have worked.
My father said to get on over. He says that any kid that uses phones is lazy.
We want to ask you about this morning.
You serve 6 o'clock Mass?
Yes, sir. I'm senior boy, so I get the 6th.
You're a senior and you take the early trick?
Yes, sir. That way, if you receive communion, you get to have breakfast sooner.
Father Rojas says you think the statue was there before Mass.
I didn't look, but I have a feeling it was there.
A feeling?
You know, how you have a feeling about something, but you're not sure.
Did you stay around long after Mass?
I put out the candles and hung up my surplice.
How long would that take?
About 5 minutes, maybe.
Did any of the people at Mass stay on?
Some always do, especially ladies.
Oh?
Maybe they don't finish in time, or else they start new prayers. I don't know.
So when you left, there were still some women there?
No, sir. That was at first. After I went back to the sacristy, there was only this one man.
What man?
He comes at 6 o'clock all the time.
Do you know his name?
No, sir. But he works down in Olive, paint shop, where they paint signs.
Could you describe him?
Sort of medium. He was wearing a suit that didn't match.
Didn't match?
Different pants than coat.
How about his age?
Oh, he's pretty old.
Take a guess.
About 40, maybe. There's nothing particular about him.
Then why'd you notice him?
I've seen him before. And the bundle, I guess.
The bundle?
Out in front. I saw him when he was coming out. He had this bundle, and he almost dropped it.
How large a bundle?
It's hard to say.
Come on, son. Was it large or small? The size of the statue?
About that big. Yes, sir.
The sign shop. The suspect didn't work there anymore, but we discovered his name was Claude Stroop. We found out where he lived. 2:25 p.m. We arrived there. It was a hotel for men, mostly old men, mostly down and outers. It was called the Golden Dream. Police officers. We're looking for Claude Stroop.
Hope Claude didn't get in any trouble.
So do we. Is he in?
No. He's got room 307. You can check if you like.
We'll take your word.
Were you on this morning?
Huh?
Yeah, the early shift.
Well, we don't have shifts. My uncle owns the place. I'm the shift.
Did Stroop spend last night here?
Came in about 11.
When did he leave this morning?
Around 6, maybe before.
Did he come back after?
8 o'clock or so. Then left. Supposed to be back at 10. And pulls this trick.
What trick?
Our program. He knows the other fellas need him.
Program?
Here at the hotel. Every Christmas we have a program. Put up a tree and sing. They're mostly old fellas. Singing like that makes them remember back when they were kids. Then Jimmy Finn comes on.
Jimmy Finn?
He shares number 409. His family once had a lot of money, so he tells the fellas about it. Stories about Christmas. How they had this big log, and his grandfather used to start it up, and after dinner everybody turned over his plate, and there underneath was a $20 gold piece. Brand new one.
When Stroop came in this morning, did he have a bundle?
I didn't see him come in.
You said you saw him.
I saw him go out after, but not come in.
When was that?
8. If you want to look for a bundle, I could give you his key.
We don't have a warrant.
It's all right. I know about police. It's all right with me.
It's not with us.
I didn't mean that. I just meant it was all right with me.
Good King Wenceslas looked down on the feast of Stephen. When
They were 3 old men. You couldn't tell how much better they would have been with Stroop singing the 4th part, but somehow you didn't care. This was Christmas at the Golden Dream, and it sounded fine.
That night, though the frost was cruel, when the poor men came in sight, carrying winter fuel.
This is the last rehearsal. I got most of the songs down pat.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that's why it's a shame Claude isn't here. He's tenor, and they need him to make it sound just right.
Does Stroop have a job?
No, sir. He used to have jobs. Not much lately, though.
Did he say where he was going?
No, he should have. The fellas need him.
When he comes in, will you call us?
Sure, and not say anything to him.
That's right.
I hope it's nothing serious for Claude. Fella's troubles ought to be over.
Troubles?
Way back. Wouldn't count now.
Tell us anyway.
Well, I don't know much about it.
As much as you know. Now, come on.
It was something back where he used to live. He robbed somebody or something.
What else?
That's all. It was a long time ago, way far back. But he forgot it all, the robbing and everything.
No, not quite. He remembered it this morning.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. For Jesus Christ our Savior was born upon this day.
To the office and ran Stroop's name through R&I. If he'd been booked anywhere, we had no record of it, at least not under that name. 4:15 p.m. Pawn shop detail reported back. No object resembling the statue of the child Jesus had been turned in. 4:18 p.m. I hung up the phone.
Patterson's on that Sacramento bus.
I thought Bakersfield had it.
They were supposed to confirm. They did. Hop over the station.
What about Fanning and Pryor?
They're still out.
Well, they'll be back soon. When's the bus arrive?
6 o'clock.
There's plenty of time for them to make it.
There's more time for you.
We're still on that theft.
Can it wait?
No.
What is it, $10, $15 statue?
When's the price determine a case?
I realize it's a church statue, but that doesn't give it priority.
It's important to them, Captain. Joe and I promised to get it back.
What do you got on it?
Nothing much.
And why are you so big-hearted?
Burglary Friday. When? No. Don't say anything. No. Right. It's Claude Stroop. He just walked into the hotel. He's our suspect.
Nobody's leaked to him?
No.
You'll keep. You can run him down tomorrow.
It'll be too late then.
They need it for the first mass in the morning, Skipper. It's kind of a big thing for them.
I'm sorry. I can't juggle details around so you can get a statue back. If there's time later on, we'll do our best.
Yes, sir.
You better get over to the station.
Yes, sir. Will you call Father Rojas over at the mission?
Why?
Tell him we're too busy to work on that statue.
But we'll do it later. Tomorrow or when we get a chance.
Why can't you call him?
Well, we better get over to the station.
If Patterson's on that bus, we don't want to miss him.
All right, I'll call him.
Righty. Yeah.
I can send Fanning and Pryor over. You might as well stay on that other thing.
Whatever you say, Captain. p.m. We arrived at the Golden Dream Hotel. The desk clerk was right. Claude Stroop looked like a man who'd had his troubles at bargain rates. Your name Claude Stroop?
Yes, sir?
Police officers, we'd like to talk to you.
I didn't do anything against the law. Honest, I didn't do anything against it.
You haven't been accused.
Want to take you downtown?
We'd like to talk to you.
No, sir, I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to talk to anybody.
You're half wrong already. .15 p.m. We returned Stroop for interrogation. He kept his word. He refused to talk. 6:05 p.m. Frank called Faye, told her he'd be a little late. Stroop didn't move for a whole hour. He sat and stared, but he didn't talk. 6:40 p.m. We got a final report from pawn shop detail. The shops were closed. There was no statue. Stroop still hadn't talked.
Don't you ever want to go home, Stroop?
If I was to talk, he wouldn't let me go.
Depends on what you'd say.
I'd say it wrong, and I wouldn't get home.
You won't this way either.
I'd like to go. You can bet on that. This is the 7th year we had the program, and I never missed a one. Not a single one.
Why don't you tell us what happened, Stroop?
How would I know you'd let me go?
You wouldn't.
I might as well anyway.
All right, what happened from Mass on?
Well, there was Mass. I came out and started down toward the hotel.
Back up.
I left my stuff at the hotel, and then I picked up George's car. I didn't steal it. He said I could have it any time I wanted. Only this time I didn't ask him. I took it and started out.
Yeah.
I should have asked, but I just didn't. I went over to Grand Avenue for the Christmas bulbs, for this fellow sells them secondhand. It was coming out of the lot that I did it.
Yeah.
The bumper must have caught the other car. Didn't leave too big a dent, but there was this long scratch. I got out and tried to wipe it off with my handkerchief. You know, spit on it like. Only it didn't do no good. I didn't think anybody saw. I don't know how you fellows found out about it.
I'll check auto records.
Right. Stroop, we didn't bring you down here to talk about that.
You didn't?
No. There's a statue missing from the church. The statue of the child Jesus.
You mean I took it?
You took a bundle out of church?
Yes, sir. That was my other pants for the program tonight. I had a place sewed up and there was a button on it. You can check. But I wouldn't take a statue.
I don't think you would either.
He's cleared auto records.
Go on home.
For the program? You mean it's all right?
Good night, Stroop.
Good night.
Merry Christmas.
Where to? Well, I don't know. We could stay and work on it tonight.
Wouldn't do any good. We won't find it.
I don't think so.
No use kidding the priest. Build his hopes up.
Might as well go tell him now. Merry Christmas. .27 p.m. We found Father Rojas. Frank told him how it was, that we couldn't get the statue back by morning, but that we'd keep trying during the week. He said he understood. We told him we had to get on. As Frank and I started to leave, the doors at the main entrance to the church opened. It was a good 200 feet away. It was hard to be sure, but it looked like a small boy drawing a bright red wagon behind him. When he got closer, you could see he was no bigger than a pint of milk. He was a luminous-eyed little Mexican boy with a face as young as yesterday. The priest seemed to know him.
Paquito?
In the back of the wagon was the missing statue of the child Jesus. He picked it up gently and walked up to the priest.
Padre Rojas?
He just stood there looking up at Father Rojas.
It's Paco Mendoza, a boy from the parish.
Ask him where he found it.
¿Dónde lo encontraste?
No lo encontré, le cogí esta mañana.
He didn't find it, he took it.
Why?
¿Por qué?
Todos los años Paquito rezó por un camioncito rojo. Este año Paquito rezó al niño Jesús. Yo prometí al niño Jesús el primer viaje en mi camioncito.
He says all through the years he's prayed for a red wagon. This year he prayed to the child Jesus. He promised that if he got the wagon, the child Jesus would have the first ride in it.
¿Vendrá el diablo para llevar a Paquito?
He wants to know if the devil will come and take him to hell.
That's your department, Father.
No el diablo. Ese se ama a Paquito mucho.
We crossed over to the sanctuary. With the help of Father Rojas, the young boy replaced the infant Jesus in its rightful place, the crib in the nativity scene. Frank and I could have been wrong, but the small plaster statue seemed to approve. Mary, Joseph, the wise men, Gaspar, Melchior, Balthazar, the old shepherd, the young shepherd, the peasant. They all seemed to approve.
Vuelve a tu casa, Paquito.
The priest told the boy to go home. He took hold of his wagon and started the long walk out of the church. There wasn't much we could say. There wasn't much to say. We just stood there and watched him go. Halfway up, he turned to look back, and he went on out.
I don't understand how we got that wagon today. Don't kids wait for Santa Claus anymore?
It isn't from Santa Claus. The firemen fix old toys and give them to new children. Paquito's family, they're poor.
Are they, Father?
You have just heard Dragnet, a series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.H. Parker, Los Angeles Police Department.
Duffy's Tavern, where do you eat meat to eat? Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Tonight, a real big shot, Duffy. Monty Wooley. And that ain't hay. Or is it? Well, you remember Wooley, Duffy, the wise old actor with a sage old brush? Well, look, Duffy, somebody's got to play Santa Claus at the Christmas party, so, as long as Monty's going to be here, the old adagio, a beard in the hand. Yeah, sure, I'll ask him. Well, I'll call you back, Duffy. So long.
and welcome to Duffy's Tavern. Come in and meet Finnegan, Eddie the waiter, Miss Duffy, our singer Bob Graham, Beat Reeves and his orchestra, and our special guest tonight, Monty Wooley, and Archie himself, Edgar.
Hey, Eddie, where's the soap?
The soap? Miss Archie, you got a new girl?
No, Eddie, I want to write a poem on a mirror.
A poem on the mirror?
Certainly, my annual Christmas poem. And, Eddie, if I do say so, it's probably the finest opus I have ever opened. You know, got that real Christmas flavor.
Say, any chance of fella not hearing it?
Certainly, Eddie. Listen to this thing. Merry Christmas to you all. Be of right cheer and joyous. Leave us you a log on the fire. And leave not naught annoy us. Come lift your beakers and quaff us a skull. Kiss Kringles abroad in the snow. I quaff, lads, and laugh, lads. Ha-ha. Hee-hee. Ho-ho. You like it, Eddie?
It'll go beautifully with that cracked mirror. Okay, here's the soap.
And, Eddie, while I'm doing this, how about you Christmasing up the joint a little bit? Here, hang up these wreaths.
Yes, where'll I hang them?
Well, leave one dangle over each table.
That's a good idea. Then after each customer is finished eating, we can just lay the wreath right on his chest.
Eddie, don't be so fascistic.
Say, Archie.
Oh, yeah, Miss Duffy.
Where do you think is the best place for me to hang these mistletoes?
Well, how many you got there? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Miss Duffy, you're going to hang 7 mistletoes around this joint?
Well, what do you want me to do? Stand in one place all the time?
Well, you mean you tell me that you got all these traps set for Breckenridge Hartsum soda?
Oh, him.
Oh, him? What's the trouble?
Oh, I just found out what he's getting me for Christmas. A $2 bottle of perfume. Isn't that cheap?
Well, now, wait a minute, Miss Duffy. You know, $2 a bottle for perfume might not be cheap. It all depends. Is it a quarter or a fifth?
Archie, everybody knows that perfume don't come in quarts or fifths. This is a pint. Gee, I thought maybe he would get me a fur coat or maybe an alligator bag.
An alligator bag? What would you do with it? You ain't got an alligator.
Oh, what's the use of standing here talking to you? Once a man, always a man.
And you can say that again. Eddie, did you ever beat the likes of these dames? They're all so mercenary, you know?
That is sure. You know, that Sonia Jones of mine is still expecting that mink coat. Plus
what?
Plus a diamond bracelet and a ruby engagement ring, which I also promised her. You see, the other night I sort of took her off, and when we talked about the mink coat, she kind of put her arms around me, and then I mentioned the diamond bracelet, and she gave me a great big kiss. Then I saw the ruby ring.
Eddie, are you crazy? Comes Christmas and she'll kill you.
Who cares? Live dangerously is my motto.
You know, with me, I ain't got no problems. I'm giving every dame I know the same present. A nice, practical gift. And yet it's attractive. What is it? Picture me. You see, I had 6 lovely portraits made.
Yeah, how much did it set you back?
Let's see, there were 3 per quarter. And there were 6 of them. It came to 6 times 3 1/4. Roughly around $50. And that takes care of my list.
Say, well, what you going to give for Miss Duffy?
What am I going to get for Duffy? Eddie, for Duffy, I will get exactly what he always gets me. And that is something which you can find in a vacuum which has been cleaned out by a vacuum cleaner.
Archie.
Oh, hiya, Finnegan.
George, check who's here with me tonight.
Who?
My brother Wilfred.
Wilfred?
Yeah.
Is that the tall, fat, ugly one?
No, that's me mother. You know, Wilfred is me kid brother. You know, the black sheep of the family.
The black sheep of the family?
Yeah, the one with the brains.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. Very smart kid.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Art, what's an IQ?
An IQ? Why?
My kid brother's got one.
Well, you see, Finnegan, that proves that he is a very bright boy. Yes, IQ is a scientific abbreviation for a very smart person. Liberally translated, it means intelligent quadruped.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this brother of mine is very smart. He's really got us worried. You see, the rest of our family is just normal, average people. Like me. And poor Wilfred has to be a genius.
Yeah, well, that's tough.
Yeah.
When did you find it out?
Well, we first realized that he was abnormal when we seen him reading the paper without moving his lips.
Well, you can't tell. Maybe the kid is a ventriloquist.
No, Archie's a good boy. Wait, I'll go bring him over.
Duffy. What? There's a package from you arriving for me, and I shouldn't open it until Christmas. A present for me? Are you sure this is Duffy? Well, Duffy, I'm flabbergasted, you know? Well, gee, thanks. And by the way, did you receive my present yet? Well, it's probably in the mail. I'll call you back. Holy cat, Eddie. Duffy bought me a present. I gotta get something from him. I gotta get something. What should I... Let me see. Europa. I got it.
What?
I'll send him one of me portraits. Have you got a pen, Eddie?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll autograph it, you know, with something nice. Let's see. To my dearest employer, good old Duffy, in fond appreciation for all I have done for you. Signed, Archie.
Say, Archie.
Yeah, Mr. Bailey?
Do you think that a picture is enough of a...
Listen, Bailey, he's the boss. Naturally, I can't send him as good a present as he's sending me. After all, with the kind of dough Duffy's got, you know, an inexpensive present, there's no skin off his flint.
Say, Archie, wouldn't it be wonderful if around this time of year he sent you a lovely warm scarf?
A scarf? Well, Bailey, I'm funny that way. You know, I'd rather warm myself over a gold cigarette lighter.
Well, as long as it's something that keeps you warm. Don't forget, Archie, the cold sneezing is here.
Would you mind to repeat that, please?
I said the cold sneezing is here.
The cold sneezing is here. Bailey, that joke stinks. sending me a Christmas present. I wonder what it could be.
Hi, Art.
Yeah, Finnegan.
Here's my brother, Wilfred. You remember him, Art?
Oh, well, certainly. Hello, Wilfred, my boy.
Hello.
My, you certainly have been growing.
Doesn't that strike you as an entirely normal procedure?
Well, that's how it goes. Well, how's things in school, Wilfred? Are your teachers learning you a lot of stuff?
Archie, they're not learning me. They're teaching me.
Oh. Well, that's what they're there for. Well, you're looking fine, Wilfred. Very manly. Are you eating good?
Yes, I get sufficient nourishment, thank you.
Well, you know, you got to eat good if you want to grow up to be a big, strong man like your Uncle Archie. You know how I got this physique of mine?
Malnutrition?
Yes, sir, and plenty of it. Yep, Wilfred, I always eat lots of bread, potatoes, pancakes.
Well, I'm on a diet that precludes carbohydrates.
Yeah. What say?
Starches. I'm not permitted to have starches.
Well, that's right, Wilfred. Starches ain't good for you. You know, they make your stomach stiff. Well, see, anyways, Wilfred, I said start the music. Wilfred, you're in for a big treat. Bob Graham, my singer, who is also a college man, has brought over a few of his sorority brothers here. They're going to treat us with a Christmas carol. Go on, fellas, sing and make it Christmassy, huh?
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in
Oh, that was wonderful, fella. It sounded like a December whipping pup. Eddie, pass the hat for the boys.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Archie, ain't that Mr. Monty Wooley coming in?
Oh, yeah. Monty Wooley. Look at the guy, Eddie. Well, good evening, Mr. Wooley. Well, Monty, good to see you again. I trust that you and I can pick up our acquaintance from whence we left off.
I'm sure we can. My revulsion is undiminished.
Well, thanks, Monty, old boy.
Old boy, old boy. This is the first time I have ever heard of contempt breeding familiarity.
I wish I knew if he was smiling. Monty, why is it that you take this antagonistic attitude towards me?
Well, frankly, I think of you as a possible menace to my future.
Me? Oh, why?
Well, someday, when I am too old to play juvenile,
yeah,
I may want to go back to my old profession, instructor of English. By the time you're through with it, I may find myself teaching a dead language.
Well, you know, it's a lucky thing for you that was a veiled insult.
Why, I did the... Hey, mister, that's a funny place to wear a grass skirt.
Oh, the darn thing always hikes up.
Finnegan, please, no remarks, Kay, about the beaver, Kay.
So, I apologize, mister. So, I promise I won't tell you about your beard again. After all, I'm human.
Sir, you presume.
Look, I'm sorry, Monty, but I hope you'll understand. You know, the guy takes a look at that. Finnegan, put down that match.
All right, let me do it. I never gave a guy a hot beard.
Look, beat it, will you, Finnegan? I'm having enough trouble with this guy. Monty, tell me something. What are you doing Christmas Eve?
Well, we have an old custom in our family. I always take Grandma to the fight.
Well, that's very sweet, but the fights get out pretty early. Now, here's what I had in mind. How would you like a part here on Christmas Eve, playing the part of...
Playing the part of what?
Monty, why don't we have a bite to eat? Eddie, how about some refreshment for Mr. Wooley?
Just a moment. I eat here. I'd sooner die.
No, there is no sooner way.
Now, just a second, Eddie.
Mr. Wooley, don't let Eddie frighten you. The food isn't that bad.
Well, have you, sir, ever eaten in this cadaver's commissary?
Well, Duffy's is no Ritz.
Do tell.
Monty.
Yes?
Monty, you see, every Christmas Eve we have a big party here at Duffy's. You know, the joint is full of kids. They come down to get their fathers, you know. And we have a Christmas tree and wreaths around, and every kid gets a candied pig's foot. And I usually write a Christmas pageant.
You can write?
Like a whiz. Now, the only thing we yet ain't got set yet.
Well, now, what is it? What is it that you yet ain't got set yet?
Santa Claus.
Now, just a second, you Brooklyn Knoll coward.
Now, please, Monty, don't get excited. And, by the way, Brooklyn and Knoll don't go with each other anymore. Look, playing the part of Santa Claus, it'd be so much fun. And look what a challenge it'd be for you as a pedestrian.
A challenge?
Well, sure. It'd be the toughest role of your career. You playing a sweet guy. And when you give out them toys to them little kids, think of the thrill you'll get out of it.
Yes. I can already feel the patter of tiny feet on my face.
Look, Monty. Please, you was a kid once yourself, wasn't you?
There's no record of it.
Please. Gee, if you could just talk to one of them kids and see what it's like. Wait a minute. Hey, Finnegan, is your kid brother Wilfred still here?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Wilfred, come here. I want you to meet Santa Claus.
Now, listen, you...
Look, Monty, what can you lose? Just kid the kid along a little.
Did you call me, Archie?
Yep, Wilfred. I got a great treat for you. Guess who this is? Wilfred, this is Santa Claus.
Well. Not the Santa Claus.
That's right, young man. Ho, ho, ho. Well, son, I'll be coming down your chimney Christmas Eve.
Well, thank you very much. But we have an oil burner. Say, Mr. Claus, I understand you live up at the North Pole.
I do? Oh, yes, I do.
You know, of course, that the average temperature of the North Pole is estimated at 70 to 90 degrees below zero Fahrenheit.
Well, it does get a bit nippy. But then one can always grab a snort of...
Sandy! Snort of... Sandy, of course, only drinks soft drinks, Wilfred.
That's right, Wilfred. Very soft. Cotton gin.
Yes, Wilfred, now see that you're a good boy, 'cause on Christmas Eve, Santa Claus calls on every good little boy and girl.
How does he know where they live?
Well, he has all their numbers in a little red book.
Yeah, and some mighty fine numbers, that little red book.
Oh, this is so ridiculous. Preposterous.
Huh? Wilfred, you don't mean that you believe in Santa Claus?
Oh, Archie, please. It's an amusing legend and rather pleasant, this Santa Claus. But this man plays him so badly.
Why, you...
Now, take it easy, Monty. Monty, leave go of the kid's throat. Wilfred, put down them tweezers. So what, Monty? You know, the kid's a bit of a critic.
Please leave me. Get out of here.
Look, Monty, I'm sorry it turned out like this, but...
Archie, don't be silly. I'll be happy to be here Christmas Eve.
You will?
Yes, playing Santa Claus for Wilfred, with a bag slung over my shoulder. And do you know what I hope to have in that bag?
What?
Wilfred. Goodbye.
And now, you lousy little genius.
Now, Archie, please. You don't actually expect an educated man of 8 to believe in Santa Claus.
Don't I? Look, Wilfred, maybe there ain't no real Santa Claus with no red coat jumping down chimneys. Okay. But there is something that a kid like you should get wise to. Something that kind of makes people do wonderful things for each other at Christmas time, and I like to call it Santa Claus. It's something inside of all of us, kid, that if we're right guys, will turn each one of us into a Santa Claus, see? With every guy loving his fellow guy and working with him to bring goodwill into the world, and peace, and kid... Don't tell me that there ain't no that kind of a Santa Claus.
That's sounding, Mr. Archie. And, hey, this package just comes for you.
Oh, yeah? Let me look. Hey, it's my present from Duffy. Now, Wilfred, here is what I'm talking about. This package says don't open till Christmas, but I want to teach you a lesson. See? So I'll open it. Now, here's a guy named Duffy. You know, he's mean, stingy, cheap, and yet, at Christmas time, he changes and gives me this picture of himself. Autographed to my dear employee, Archie. Where was I, Wilfred? Oh, yeah, you see? Maybe there ain't no real Santa Claus with no red coat, chimneys, but I believe that... Duffy, Tavern. Oh, hello, Duffy. By the way, Duffy, thanks for that picture. It's just the kind of a thing I wouldn't have bought for myself. So, Merry Christmas to you and Mrs. Duffy and all of our friends. So long, Duffy.
Armed Forces Radio Service.
It's Friday night, so we take you now to Duffy's Tavern, starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Duffy's Tavern is brought to you by Bristol Myers, makers of Vitalis and Minute Rub, two products that will pay you to remember. Minute Rub, modern chest rub, Vitalis for well-groomed hair. Minute Rub, Vitalis.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet to eat. Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Merry Christmas to you. By the way, we got 2 more Christmas cards tonight. Well, one from Colucci, the fruit peddler. Yeah, very pretty card, too. It's got his coat of arms. 2 crossed bananas with a tomato rampant in the background. Yeah, and the other one's from Cavendish, the Undertaker. Yeah, it says, wishing you a joyous and Merry Christmas and a short but Happy New Year. P.S. Drop in and see our new Christmas wrappings. Yeah, you ought to be here, Duffy. Already the joint is reeking with Christmassy odor. Yeah, we're even putting on a show tonight, the Christmas Carol. What's an old play by Charles Dickens? Dickens. As in, go too deep. Yeah, well, the guy's a very famous writer, Duffy. He wrote David Copperfield, the Picnic Papers. That other one about the dame, you know, Oliver's Twist. Well, look, Duffy, I'm busy now. I got to rewrite the Christmas Carol. Yeah, well, I got to fix it up, you know. Some of the grammar is a little old-fashioned. I'll call you back, Duffy. Merry Christmas. Okay. Hey, Eddie.
Yes, sir?
Look, it's Christmas. Why do you say we kind of infest the joint with a little Christmas flavor? Leave us put some mistletoes around and some holly wreaths, huh?
Oh, we've practically got a holly wreath already. The customers at the bar is turning red, and the ones that just finished eating are turning green.
Eddie, will you cut out the whiz me? I'm serious. Now, what could we do to make the joint a little more Christmassy?
We could get a nice snow effect by whitewashing the sawdust.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sure, and I could trot around under the table with a little cask of brandy tied around my neck.
Yeah, that'd be cute, like one of them St. Bernstein dogs. Good old Christmas. By the way, I wonder what Duffy is going to give us for Christmas this year.
Yeah, I wonder. Hey, you know, I kind of got my heart set on the Hope Diamond.
You hope. What'd he give you in last year again?
Monogram dustpan.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. It makes a nice set with the monogram broom he gave me the year before.
Now, look, Eddie, don't be bitter. After all, Duffy ain't really such a bad guy.
No, he ain't such a bad guy.
No.
Well, so long. This is where I get off.
Eddie, you're bitter. Remember that Christmas dinner he gave us last year? The celery and the chestnuts and the cranberries.
And the cover charge?
Ah, he was kidding. That big whole roast pig with the apple in its mouth. Hello, Finnegan. Where's the apple?
What apple?
Skip, it's just a little picture you happened to conjure into my mind. Anyways, Merry Christmas to you, Finnegan.
Merry Christmas to you, Archie. And by the way, that brings up a subject.
What?
I'd like to ask you a question.
Well, what's the question?
Well, promise me you'll tell me the truth.
I promise.
Okay. Is there a Santa Claus?
Well, bless your heart, Finnegan. What brought this on?
I was over to Macy's this morning, and on the 5th floor there was a tall, skinny Santa Claus, and I got down to the 3rd floor, and there's a short, fat Santa Claus. Frankly, I'm beginning to smell a rat. Now, tell me, will you?
Look, I don't want to be no stool pigeon. I'd rather you'd ask somebody else.
So, well, who am I going to ask, Arch? You asked me little brother Wilford, and he says there ain't no Santa Claus, but what does he know? He's only a child.
Look, you put me in a very bad position.
Well, you gotta tell me, Arch. I'm old enough to know. And I'm going to find out sooner or later anyway.
Finnegan, please, I'd rather that somebody else.
Oh, come on, Arch. You told me about the stork, didn't you? Believe me, this is important to me.
Well, why? Why is it so important?
Well, I ain't smart enough to keep a job. I can't read. I can't write. I don't like girls. If there's no Santa Claus, what have I got to live for?
Well, okay, Finnegan, you asked for it. You see, this Santa Claus thing started, you see, there's the birds and the bees and the flowers.
Yeah.
And, Finnegan, turn your eyes the other way, will you? That's better. Now you asked me if there's a Santa Claus. So prepare yourself, Finnegan.
Go ahead, Arch. I can take it.
Finnegan, there is no...
Arch!
No truth to the rumor that there is no Santa Claus. There is a Santa Claus.
Oh, boy, what a load up in me mind. Santa Claus, did you come in?
These are adults. Hello? Oh, just a second. Eddie, it's your girlfriend, Sonia Jones.
Oh, my. The first official sign of Christmas. Hello. Oh, hello, Sonia. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Huh? Sure, I love you, sugar. What you doing? Is you alone, baby? Ain't that a man's voice out here? Or you're listening to the news on the radio? Sonia, how long has Gable Heater been calling you honey? No, I'm just suspicious. Yeah, baby. I know I'm always in your heart. Yeah. But, honey, who's that that's always in your apartment? Well, Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. By the way, extend the season's greetings to Gable Heater for me. Yeah, that's bad news tonight.
Look, Eddie, why do you let that Sonia kick you around like this? What are you, man or you mouse?
Pass the cheese.
Say, Archie.
Oh, hello, Miss Duffy. Hey, what's the matter with you today?
Why?
Well, you look even more battered than usual.
Yeah, and that's just the way I feel. Gee, Archie, those department stores are terrible. You try to get near a counter and you take your life in your hands. They push you around, tear your stockings, step on your toes, gouge your eyes out.
Well, what were you trying to buy?
Nothing, I was just browsing.
Well, that starts our conversation this evening on a nice idiotic basis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incidentally, I hear you're going to put on a Christmas show tonight.
Yes.
Well, needless to say, you'll want me to sing.
On the contrary, equally needless. You and that foghorn falsetto. That off-coloratura. You are not going
now,
to...
listen here, you big dope.
Look, Miss Duffy, leave us not fight tonight. It's the Christmas season, and I'm in too good a mood. In fact, I'm so happy, I'd like to kiss you. Hmm? Blindfolded, of course. Okay, you can sing in the show. Mr. Melnick.
Yeah?
Look, we're going to need some Christmassy background music for the show tonight. Are you equipped?
We're loaded, Jackson.
In what way, Phil? How are you loaded?
I got a kid named Robert Maxwell that's murder on this Christmas stuff. A harp player.
Harp player, huh? Good idea. Duffy will love it. It's his native music. Okay, we'll put the kid in the show.
Say, Archie.
Yes, Mr. Miller?
Can you use me in the Christmas show?
Well, yeah, maybe you could announce it. Give me a sample, for instance. What would you say?
Well, I don't know. Maybe something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Duffy's Tavern takes great pleasure in presenting its Christmas show, starring that famous hair grooming preparation, Vitalis.
Very good. Very good. Then I suppose you had in mind a ballet, maybe, where 4 men with tight, dry scalps dance around a bottle of Vitalis? While the band plays hair, the gang's all hair?
Well, no, Archie. The orchestra would play Here, Here, Vitalis is Almost Here.
Very sharp. Pull up your podium and pray continue.
Well, yeah, pretty soon now, Vitalis will be back. Back to keep your dry, unruly hair well groomed. And without that plastered-down patent leather shine. Yes, pretty soon you'll be able to use Vitalis and the 60-second workout to loosen your tight, dry scalp, rout loose dandruff, and help prevent excessive falling hair. Shortages will soon be relieved. And then you'll be able to get original, genuine Vitalis, the hair grooming preparation that's been the standby of so many men for so long.
Okay, Eddie, we're all set. Now give me that bung starter. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, each year we present our centennial Christmas show. Now, that moment has just become ripe. So, I want you all to enjoy the show. Applaud when you like. Be merry. Have laughs. In other words, feel free to vent your spleen in any way you wish. So, without no further ado, leave us on with the show. Carry on, Mr. Miller.
Thank you. Duffy's Tavern brings you Christmas music. Christmas drama.
But Santa Claus, suppose my husband comes home and finds you here.
Christmas humor.
Do you think we will have a white Christmas, darling?
Well, it will if it don't rain, dear. And now on with the show. For our first act this evening, we give you that beloved little entertainer, your waiter and mine, Eddie Green. To know him is to tip him. Take it, Eddie.
You better watch out. Better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. Coming on down to Harlem Town. Oh, my. And you got to find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming with his bag full of jive, Mr. 5x5. Sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows how good you've been. So if you meet him face to face, say, solid old man, give me some skin. He's got no reindeer, they ain't got no sled, but he's on his way, and he's coming instead on the after such a speaker at the Santa Fe.
Thank you very much, Eddie Green. Now, for our next act, we reach into our Christmas grab bag, and what do we pull out? None other than Mr. Robert Maxwell, the world's greatest harpist. Okay, Robert, take us on the Miller side with a reach-beat hubcap and send us solid with that old riff-raff sad sack, kid. Okay, take it away, Robert Maxwell. Huh? Well, Duffy, you gotta give the guy credit. He plays the thing with his bare hands. What? Mrs. Duffy says she would like to have a little more Christmas schmaltz, huh? Okay, boss. Look, Matty, can the kid jive out a little more dig beat with a riff on the schmaltz side? What? Oh, I see I'm talking to a square. Duffy says he would like something a little more befitting to the occasion of the season.
Well, how about White Christmas?
Okay, let him chop it away in a gut bucket. Incidentally, if that thing ever has any little ukuleles, name one after me. Now, to continue our cruise down Santa Claus Lane, we next hear from that great singing duet, Clifton Finnegan and Miss Duffy. Better known as half a wit and a near miss. This is 3rd Avenue's answer to the atomic bomb. Okay, take it away.
Sleigh bells ring.
Are you listening? Are you listening? Late in the night, over tonight, about the dawn of the sun of the light.
Gone away.
Are you listening? Are you listening? Later on.
We'll catch fire. Walking in the wind.
Terrific. Clifton Finnegan and Miss Duffy. You sounded like Jeanette MacDonald with a half Nelson on Eddie. And now, we have a surprise act for you. Mr. Marvin Miller, our genial master of ceremonies, will beleaguer us with a poem. Go right ahead, Mr. Miller.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the nation, people had chest colds and that stuffed-up sensation.
Just a second. Wait a minute. I think I can finish that for you. With his sleigh full of minute rub over housetops and spires came Santa Claus shouting, "On, Bristol, on, Myers." Okay, Mr. gentlemen, you may now lapse into prose, if you please.
Well, just to say that Minute Rub, a really modern chest rub, is wonderful to help relieve that uncomfortable cold misery. All you do is rub Minute Rub on your throat, chest, and back, and in a minute, Minute Rub gets to work and starts to relieve that clogged up feeling in the nose and throat. Starts to bring a feeling of warmth to those tight, sore chest muscles. And because Minute Rub is greaseless and stainless, it can't stain clothes or bed linens. So get a jar of Minute Rub and get relief from annoying cold misery the modern way, the greaseless, stainless Minute Rub way.
Okay, Mr. Miller, you may now announce the big piece of resistance.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present The Christmas Carol, written by the Dickens boys, Charles and Archie. As our scene opens, we find Ebenezer Scrooge, played by Archie, preparing to go to bed in his miserable little room on Piccadilly Square. All England is agog with Yuletime spirit. But for miserable old Ebenezer Scrooge, there is no Christmas. At the moment, we find him in an ugly mood, writing in his diary.
Dear diary, had a pleasant day today. Bankrupted 3 widows, foreclosed 12 mortgages, and drove 9 families out into the snow. Barefooty, of course.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, sire.
Oh, it is my butler, Godfrey. What do you want, my man Godfrey?
It's getting mighty cold in here. Do you think we can afford to throw another twig on the fire?
Heavens to Betsy, man, you threw one on last Friday. Do you think these twigs grow on trees?
I know, but it's getting cold in here. There's icicles on the window.
So what, ain't you never seen icicles on a window before?
Not on the inside, sire. Oh, before I forget, the widow Scratchit called this morning.
Scratchit. Is, she the widow of Willie Scratchit? I mean, Willie Scratchit?
Yes. She's the one you work to death squeezing limes in your lime house. She says you promised to pay her a pension of 2 pence a week.
Well, get rid of her, Godfrey. If I have to go around paying 2 pence a week to every widow in Wessex, I wouldn't have a pair of pence to me name. Besides, it ain't my fault that husband of hers didn't save nothing out of what I gave him every week.
But, sire, how much can one save out of 10 lashes a week?
Bah, humbug.
But the widow's downstairs starving, sire. Can't we at least give her a piece of bread?
Oh, leave her starve. And poor people is all alike.
Greedy, huh, boss?
Yeah. Give them bread today, and tomorrow they're back asking for water.
Yeah, but, sire, this is Christmas.
Christmas, how I hate it. Christmas trees, presents, happy people, goodwill. I hate Christmas.
Yeah, but why do you feel this way, sire?
I'll tell you why, Knave. Because I am a black-hearted, tight-fisted, bitter, stingy old skinflint. No, Duffy, not you, me. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, Godfrey. I think I shall hie me hence to bed.
Very good, sire.
That's sire. Yes, Godfrey. I've done a hard day's dirty work today. It'll feel good to crawl in between them nice, clean sheets of newspaper. Well, good night, my man Godfrey.
Good night, sire.
Don't forget to blow out the twig.
Yes, sire.
Not so hard, you fool. That twig's got to last us all day tomorrow.
Sorry, sire.
Now to close one eye and get some sleep. Yeah, got a big day tomorrow. Got to sprinkle banana peels on the front steps of the old lady's home. Got to remember remember to get them chimes made softer. No sense in letting the neighbors hear the time for nothing.
Ebenezer Scrooge, wake up.
Who's calling me? Who are you?
I am the spirit of Christmas.
Bah, humbug.
I have come to show you the suffering that your stinginess is causing. I'm going to take you to the house of the widow Scratcher. The next voice you hear will be that of the widow Scratcher herself.
Oh, Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim.
Coming, Mother.
Close the door, Tim. The flies are coming in, and we haven't got enough to eat ourselves.
Mama, I am weak with hunger.
I know it, my poor boy.
Ain't we got nothing in the house? Even a crusted swieback?
Not even a herring. Tim, land sakes, the floor is cold. Where are your shoes? Come on, son, speak up. Where are your shoes? Tim, stop picking that leather out of your teeth and tell me, where are your shoes? Oh, Tim, you didn't eat them.
Of course I did, Mama. I am only a little tot. My body must have nourishment. Mama, why is Ebenezer Scrooge so wicked?
Oh, he isn't really wicked, son. He's just socially maladjusted. He hates to part with a buck.
Oh, yeah? Well, I still say it's wicked of him to starve a nice little boy like me to death.
Did you hear that, Ebenezer Scrooge? You have caused all this suffering with your stinginess.
Spirit, you got me dead to rights. All of a sudden, I behold how low I have sank.
Well, Ebenezer, what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to give 50,000 pounds to Tiny Tim and Mrs. Scratchit. And the rest of my money, I will give to nothing but orphan asylums. Every one of them, from Essex to Wessex, from Wessex to Sussex, and as far north as Norsex. And I want to thank you, Spirit of Christmas. You have lighted up the way for me. You have learned me that it is better to give than to receive. Hello? Mrs. Duffy? Huh? He's over in the corner crying like a baby? I'll get him over to the phone. We'll try to cheer him up. Come on, let's see. Sing him a song, huh?
Yeah.
Hello, Duffy. What? Stop crying, will you? Well, I know, and we love you, too, but Christmas ain't supposed to be sad. Duffy, cheer up. It's Christmas is supposed to be gay. It's holly wreaths and Santa Claus and Prancer and Dancer and Dunder and Pilsner and... and jingle bells, Duffy.
Jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh. Just a second. Hey, does that make you feel better, Duffy? Huh? What a softy. He's crying harder than ever.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to leave Duffy's Tavern for this evening, but let's meet here again at this same time next Friday night. In the meantime, if you have a cold, remember Minute Rub. And for well-groomed hair, remember Vitalis. Did you know this? The Egyptians of long ago shaved themselves with seashells. Yes, and shell razors must have been mighty hard on a man's face. Of course, even today with the most modern razors, shaving can still be painful for men with tender faces. But now there's Ingram shaving cream. That rich Ingram lather helps condition your face for the razor. You enjoy cool, soothing shaves. You better try Ingram yourself. Remember, comfort means coolness. Coolness means Ingram. I-N-G-R-A-M. Ingram, the cooler shaving cream.
We take you now to Duffy's Tavern, starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. The program you're about to hear is brought to you with a wish from Bristol Myers, that your Christmas may be merry and that the new year for all of us be a happy and a peaceful one.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meat to eat. Archie the Ranger speaking. Duffy ain't here. Hello, Duffy. Huh? Look, please don't give me that Merry Christmas stuff. I sound like I got up on the wrong side of the floor this morning? Look, Duffy, I had one eggnog. Just happened that I hit some bad nutmeg. Well, if you want to know, I'm a little sore about your gratuity for Christmas. That lousy Christmas card. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. P.S. After you read this, get back to work. Fine sentiment this time of the year. Well, after 9 years, I thought maybe I might get some little present. Some little luxury, some little thing I wouldn't think of getting for myself. Like money. Huh? Look, Duffy, someday you're going to leave this vale of tears. You're going to leave it with your pockets bulging with bills, but I'm warning you. Where you're going, you're going to find that paper money ain't going to last long. I leave you with that thought for today. Christmas. 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. I work my grindstone to the nose. What do I get? Nothing but gratitude. And very little of that.
Merry Christmas, Miss Archie.
What's so merry about it, Eddie? Starvation wages, no dough to buy nothing.
Oh, you got a little dough.
Yeah, but how far will it take me with the present prices of economics? The landlady sent me a notice. From the first of the year on, your apartment will be $9 a month. $9 for 4 lousy rooms.
Does that include bath?
Who knows? Never get to see the place the way I have to work around here, but does Duffy care?
Well, don't let it get you, Miss Archie. See, this is the time of the year to forget your trouble.
Yeah.
Christmas is the time when you should be thinking about helping other people out.
Helping other people out, huh? When Gorilla Hogan got drunk and nasty here last night and started picking on me, did you help me out?
I couldn't. See, I was back in the kitchen cooking.
What takes a half an hour to cook?
With Gorilla Hogan drunk and nasty, a couple of 3-minute eggs.
That's what I'm talking about. When I'm in a fight and I need help, you disappear.
Yeah, but you always bragging about what a wonderful fighter you are.
You certainly picked the funniest times to start believing me. Yeah, give me that Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, boys.
Merry Christmas, Miss Duff.
Archie, I said Merry Christmas.
Are you kidding? What have I got to be merry about working for that cheapskate old man of yours?
Archie, you just don't know Papa. He really isn't cheap.
No, that's right. Once, in an outburst of generosity, he gave away his toenail clippings. What about the time he took your old lady on their honeymoon? Where did they go?
Niagara Falls.
That's what he told everybody, Niagara Falls. But what he really did, they stayed home and your old man let the water run in the bathtub while he showed your mother a box of shredded wheat. Tell me how cheap the guy is. Just a minute. Hello? Oh, just a second. It's your girlfriend, Vera Fogarty.
Oh, thanks. Hello, Vera. How did you do with Santa Claus? Okay, but no presents, huh? You just can't have everything, Vera. What's on your mind? A dance? Where? At the Y? M or W? The YW, huh? Well, okay, Vera, I'll go. But this time you've got to lead. All right. Okay, I'll meet you at Kimmelbacher's. So long, everybody. I got a heavy date. What are you going to do tonight, Archie?
Me? I think I'll just spend a quiet evening standing around disappointing pickpockets.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Doc. Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, hello, Finnegan.
Ain't you going to wish me a Merry Christmas?
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Did you hang up your stocking?
Oh, no. I hung up my stocking last year, and it was a bum idea.
A bum idea?
Yeah, the blood kept rushing to me head.
Finnegan, what I meant was, did you get any presents for Christmas?
Oh, a few things, Doc. My mother gave me some building blocks, monogrammed, of course. And my sister gave me a bottle of bubble bath.
Bubble bath?
Yeah, and is that stuff a fake?
What do you mean a fake?
I sat in the tub and took 4 drinks of it, and I couldn't even blow a single bubble. Well, I just stopped in to say hello. I got to run along, Art.
You got to run along? Where you going?
I'm going over to sing Christmas carols.
Oh, yeah? Where?
At Water McGurk's. You going over, Art?
No, I'm not.
How come?
Didn't invite me.
Oh. Well, I'll be seeing you, Art.
Finnegan, you mean you ain't going to spend Christmas with me like you usually do?
Well, Art, I thought you was going to McGurk's too, so I accepted. Hey, you ain't sure, are you?
No. Why should I be sore? Go ahead. Have a good time.
Well, Merry Christmas, Art.
Merry Christmas, Clifton. Fine Christmas. No bonus. Your friends walk out on you. The next guy that says Merry Christmas to me, I'm going to punch him right in the nose. What's the use? Eddie.
Yeah?
Eddie, turn on the radio, will you? Maybe it'll snap me out of this mood.
Okay.
Eddie, that Christmas music. Take it off, will you? Get me something with some pep in it.
Okay, I'll try another station.
Eddie, please, I asked you, didn't I?
Well, Miss Archie, I don't think there's anything on the radio but Christmas music.
Well, keep pushing them buttons. There must be something else on the air. Eddie, what are you trying to do? Drive me nuts?
But look bad, I'm running out of buttons.
Okay, forget about it. Well, I think we better lock up the place. It's getting late.
Okay. I'll go clean up and fix it.
All right, do that. This Christmas music. I ain't got enough trouble at this time of the year. They got to put on music that makes them even sadder.
Hello there, Archie.
Huh? Hey, how did you get in here?
Walked in.
That's funny, huh? Thought they just locked the door. It was closing up.
Oh, and maybe I'd better leave.
Listen, you said Archie. How did you know my name?
Oh, I've heard about you.
Oh, well, I'm pretty well known around here. Will you have a little drink, bud?
No, I don't think so.
All right, it's on the house.
On the house?
Sure, it's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, huh?
Well, anyway, it's a day in December. What'll you have?
Well, maybe I'll take a glass of water.
Water here? You kidding? Here, mister, we got some pretty good wine here. At least have a glass of wine, huh? Look, I never seen you around here before. How did you happen to come in here to the tavern?
Oh, I was just walking around, saw the lights, thought I'd drop in. You don't think much of Christmas, do you, Archie?
Oh, you got me wrong. I love it. I wouldn't be without it. Good old Christmas. The time of the year when after you work for a guy for 9 years and knock your brains out, he says to you, Merry Christmas, Archie. The time when even your closest friend walks out on you.
Well, maybe there's another side to Christmas.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, like the look on a kid's face when he sees what Santa Claus has left in his stocking.
Uh-huh.
Or like the feeling in a man's heart when his family's around him on Christmas Eve. You see, Christmas isn't a thing you can reach out and touch, Archie. It's a thing inside us.
What's that? I can see you've been running around with a different class of people. Around this neighborhood, every guy is out for himself.
Oh, I don't know. I think this neighborhood and the people are pretty much the same as most others.
Hell, I know he's a stranger.
Well, I could be wrong. Why don't you and I take a little walk?
You mean you want to see for yourself?
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little fresh air will do you good, Archie.
Fresh air? Are you inferring this joint is an incinerator?
Well, no.
Well, it is. Come on, let's go. Hey, Eddie, keep an eye on the joint, will you? Listen to that, will you? Not only don't you only get it over the radio, you can't even walk along a public street with that belting it at you.
I kind of like it.
You like it? Well, everybody to his own place. Did you ever listen to the words of that tune?
Did you?
I should have had to listen to them all day. All is calm, all is bright. How do you like that? The world is a mess. Everybody has his hand in the other guy's pocket, but don't make no difference to the guy that wrote that song. To him, all is bright.
Well, maybe the guy that wrote that song was thinking about something in men's hearts. Something that shines a little brighter on a day like this. Didn't you ever sing Christmas carols, Archie?
Oh, yeah. Christmas carols, sure, when I was a punk kid and I didn't know no better. But you have to grow up someday.
Now, that's the trouble with a lot of us. Maybe we're not growing up. Maybe we're just losing track of things that matter.
Like what?
Oh, things like faith, tolerance, human kindness.
That's nice. And where does one find them things?
You don't find them, Archie. You give them. And it's a funny thing. The more you give, the more you have. Say, why don't we drop in over there?
Huh?
Across the street.
Across the street? That's a church.
Yeah, I know. Why don't we drop in for a second?
Into a church?
Why not?
But I wouldn't know how to act.
You, don't go to church, huh?
Well, no, I'm not rapping it, you know. It's just that there's two types of guys when it comes to going to church. There's them that does and them that don't. I happen to be the type that don't.
Well, now, why don't you just drop in with me for a second?
Well, I guess if I go with somebody else, it won't count against me. Funny thing, though, you know, to take a look at you, I wouldn't figure that you was the religious type.
No?
No, but that's what I say. You never can tell about people. Okay, let us go in.
Nice in here, isn't it?
Yeah, but kind of quiet.
Yeah. I guess this is one of the few places left where you can find peace and quiet.
That's what I can't understand. People just come in here and they sit. And they sit, they don't do nothing.
Oh, yes, they do. They pray, meditate. Some of them even come in here to keep warm.
Couldn't they do that just as well at home?
Maybe some of them don't have a home.
You see? That's what I've been trying to tell you. It's a pretty tough world.
It'd be tougher if they didn't have a place like this to come to. Didn't you ever pray, Archie?
Well, sure, when I was a kid. What was that prayer again they learned us? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, well, you know the thing I mean. But, look, Mr. Please, leave it, get out of here. I'm beginning to get the heebie-jeebies.
All right.
Look, just a second, bud.
What are you doing?
Well, the sign says help the poor, don't it?
I thought you believed in everybody helping themselves.
Well, I do, but tonight maybe I'm a little superstitious.
Or maybe it's just because it's Christmas.
Look, mister, please, don't start with that peace on that stuff, will you? I told you I'd take you around, show you the neighborhood and what it's really like now. Please, let's keep it that way.
That's your Christmas light edition here, paper.
Just a minute, I want to pick up a paper. Yeah, from that triple kid there. Nice kid, Jimmy Turner.
Triple, huh?
Yeah, he ain't walked in years, but he's always got a smile for everybody, and I like to help him out once in a while.
Paper, read all about it. Get your paper.
Hiya, Jimmy.
Hello, Archie. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, kid.
Well, Jimmy, it's a little tough not being able to walk, isn't it?
I ain't kicking. I can yell. That's all I need for this racket.
What'd you get for Christmas, Jimmy?
Nothing much. But it's okay. I got my Christmas present last summer.
Last summer?
Yeah. One of my customers took me up to the Yankee Stadium to see the Yanks play.
You like the Yanks, Jimmy?
Like 'em. You ever see that DiMaggio play ball?
Oh, give me a paper, son.
Okay, mister. Here you are. Latest edition.
Thanks, kid. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, mister.
You were talking about Joe DiMaggio, Jimmy.
Oh, boy, what a ball player. That DiMaggio's the greatest outfielder in the world. No way that guy can pull him.
Jimmy, do you know who that was who bought the paper just now?
Who?
That was Joe DiMaggio.
You're kidding.
No, look at him. He just stopped there by that streetlight.
Joe DiMaggio? Joe bought a paper for me and I didn't even recognize him?
Wait a minute. Maybe I can get him to come back. Hey, DiMaggio. Hey, DiMaggio. Hey, you.
You calling me?
Yes. You know, you've got quite an admirer in that crippled newsboy over there.
Me?
Yeah. Now look. You're Joe DiMaggio. And if that kid could shake hands with you, it'd be the best Christmas present he ever got. Would you do it?
Of course I will. Be glad to. Come on, let's go over to him.
No, just a minute. Let him walk over to you.
Oh, but, mister, I told you the kid can't walk.
Well, let's find out, Archie. Oh, Jimmy. Joe DiMaggio wants to shake hands with you.
Yeah, come on, Jimmy. Come on over and shake hands.
But, gee, Joe, don't you see? I can't.
Come on, Jimmy.
Joe, I'm walking. Maz, you see what I'm doing to Maz? I'm walking.
I can't understand it. It's positively incredible. What's the matter? That kid back there. I seen him sitting in that corner like that for the past 6 years, and tonight the kid is walking. Maybe he could have walked all the time. No, he couldn't. You did it. You did it by telling him that was Joe DiMaggio. It was? Now, look, you can fool a kid, but don't try to fool me. It couldn't have been DiMaggio. No? Certainly not. I just read in the paper this morning DiMaggio was spending Christmas with his family in San Francisco. Hey, look, this thing is getting a little weird. Nice town, San Francisco. Huh? Oh. Well, I ain't never been that far west. San Francisco your hometown? No. Where you from? I'm from the east. The east? What town? A small town called Bethlehem. Bethlehem, huh? Hey, you know anybody in Allentown? I might. A guy by the name of Lou Grant? Lou Grant? Does he run a bar and grill on Front Street? Yeah, that's the guy. Well, you sure get around, don't you? What are you, one of them traveling salesmen or something? Well, I guess you might call me that. Well, say, what's the excitement? What's the crowd doing in front of that hotel? Where? Oh, yeah. Hey, lady, what's going on here?
That man up there on the ledge.
Where?
Up there on the window ledge of the hotel. He says he's going to jump at midnight.
Why?
I don't know. I guess he's crazy. He says he never wants to see another Christmas.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you can hardly blame the guy. Now, wait. There goes the chimes. Must be 11:45. Let me check my watch here. Yeah, the guy's got exactly 15 minutes before he jumps. Let's stick around. Are you sure of the time? Oh, certainly. I always set me watch by them chimes. Well, how long has he been up there?
Oh, for hours. The police have been trying to find his wife.
His wife?
Yes. They think maybe if they found her, she could talk him out of it.
Come on, Archie. Where are you going? I'd like to talk to that fellow. Are you crazy? They ain't going to let you in that hotel. Look at the cops guarding the doorway. Besides, you can't do nothing with a guy like that. He's nuts. I'd like to talk to him anyway. Okay, have it your way. We'll tell the cops we live in a hotel. But I better go along with you. Hey, wait a minute, you. Where do you think you're going? We live here. Me and me friend here was just going up to our suite. You and what friend? That guy there. That guy that just walked in. Nobody walked in this hotel, Bud. And nobody's going to walk in. Okay, so nobody walked in. What am I going to do? Argue with you? I'm telling you, I just come in with the guy. Look, son, why don't you go home and sleep it off? Yeah. Listen, you. Don't come near and try to grab me.
If you do, I'll jump.
I'm not going to grab you. I just came to talk to you. To see if maybe I could change your mind.
Too late to change my mind. As soon as those chimes ring, I'm jumping. I'm not afraid to die.
Maybe you're afraid to live. A lot of people are.
What have I got to live for?
Well, what have any of us got to live for? Look at those people down there on the street, hundreds of them, waiting for a ray of hope, a sign of courage in this frightened world. What you're doing might extinguish the last spark of faith in many of their tired hearts.
Their tired hearts. At least their wives are with them at Christmas. Come on, chimes, ring. Ring. Let's get it over with.
Your wife means a lot to you, doesn't she?
If she didn't, do you think I'd be up here? I haven't had one peaceful moment since she left me.
Well, why did she leave you?
Because I was a fool. But it's too late to think of that. Oh, why don't those chimes ring out and get it over with? What's slowing them up?
Nothing's slowing them up. It's just that in these last moments, the seconds seem like years.
Yes, darling, it's me. Oh, Anne. Thank God you've come back.
My darling.
Those chimes. I was going to jump when I heard
Yes, I know. I was afraid I was too late. Thank God I got here in time.
Hello, Archie. Glad I found you again.
Hey, it's you. How did you do it, mister? How'd you stop that guy from jumping?
Just talked to him till his wife came. She just got there in time.
Yeah. Funny how she just got there in time, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, it happens I was looking at my watch, timing it out to see when the guy was going to jump.
So?
Them chimes rang 4 minutes late.
Maybe your watch is slow.
Oh, no, it ain't. Remember, I checked it with the chimes a little while ago, and them bells has never been wrong. Look, come on. Leave us get out of here. I'm getting back to the tavern. This is a little too spooky for me.
Okay, we'll take a cab. There's an empty one.
Where to, fellas?
We want to go to Duffy's Tavern, quick.
Okay. How about a little music?
Wait a minute. There it is. Driver, please. Take that thing off of there, will you? Get something else.
Okay.
Oh, what the is? Leave it on there. Look, mister.
Yeah?
You know something? You stay pretty calm considering all the crazy things that have been happening tonight. It's a little weird. First the newsboy, then the guy on the window ledge.
Well, we all have our troubles, Archie. We all get off the track once in a while. We just need something bigger than ourselves to steer us straight.
You mean something like religion?
Call it that. Call it human kindness, tolerance, understanding.
Begin to see what you mean. Hey, driver, watch out for that guy. Look, don't worry, taxi. It wasn't your fault. The guy walked right out in front of you.
Yeah. Did you see him, mister? He walked right out in front of me.
Now, let's see how badly he's hurt.
Hey, we better call a cop.
Here comes the cop now. All right. Stand back. Give the poor devil a chance. Now, what happened here? Well, the guy walked right out in front of the cab.
Yeah, the driver's right, officer. It wasn't a taxi's fault. We was riding along, and all of a sudden, this guy stepped right out in front of the cab. Like he was blind.
Hey, wait a minute. He is a blind man. There's his cane there.
Here, maybe I can help him.
Wait a minute, you. Take your hands off him. It's against the law. Wait till the ambulance gets here.
Against the law to help someone?
You heard me. You never know when you're doing him more harm than good.
All right, officer, just as you say.
Hey, wait a minute. Look. The guy's getting up.
What hit me? The crowd. The noise. I was all confused. Tell me, what? Oh, wait a minute. Lights and faces. I can see. Easy now, mister. You better not try to get up. I'm all right, I tell you. And I can see. For the first time since Okinawa, I can see. I didn't mean to hit you, bud.
Didn't mean to hit him. You done him a favor. The guy says he can see.
Hey, the shot must have given back his sight.
No, it wasn't that. Someone touched me. I felt a cool hand. And the minute he touched me, I was all right. Where is he? Where is he?
Come on, Archie. Let's go. We've done all we can.
Well, it certainly is good to be back in the tavern again. I think we'd better have a little drink, though. You want to finish your wine, Bud?
No, thanks.
You know something? I'm all mixed up.
Mixed up?
Yeah, about this Christmas stuff.
Well, you see, Archie, as I said, Christmas isn't just a date on a calendar. Or a wreath in a window or a song. It's something in men's hearts. They can let it die or keep it in their hearts the year round.
365 days of Christmas. You know, it's a funny thing. If you'd said that to me a little while ago, I'd have laughed in your face. But now, I don't know. But wait a second. I'd like to turn on the radio a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, that's a good one. Wonder what happened to that silent night. What do you think of that? All night long they played that same tune and it drove me nuts. Now all of a sudden I got a feeling I'd kind of like to hear it again.
Miss Archie. Miss Archie. Mr. Archie.
Huh? What is it, Eddie?
I finally got you some dance music on the radio.
Hey, I don't want no dance music. Turn it off, will you?
I wish you'd make up your mind.
Look, mister, until you walked in here today, Hey, Eddie. Eddie, what happened to that guy I was talking to?
Well, nobody talking to you.
You're nuts. He was standing here at the bar. He came in with me.
Mr. Archie, please, there's nobody here.
No? Maybe it was all... Eddie, you sure that there was nobody here?
No. Must have been seeing things.
Maybe you're right. But wait a minute. This glass of wine here. The glass is half empty.
Huh?
Nothing, Eddie, nothing. Just leave me alone for a little while, will you?
Okay. Good night, Miss Archie.
Good night, Eddie. Eddie?
Yeah?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thanks, Miss Archie. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Good night.
Good night. Christmas. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Good wish for a very merry, a very happy Christmas. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet to eat. Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, no, Duffy. Well, I'm busy painting a Christmas Eve sign. It says, Jumbo Monstrous Christmas Party at Duffy's Tavern. Dancing, entertainment, favors for ladies, 8-course dinner, Charles Coburn as Santa Claus, price per couple $1. Huh? Well, I know the price is silly, but it's Christmas Eve, so let's clip them a little bit. Yeah, that's right, Duffy. Charles Coburn. big, portly gentleman with a sharp tongue, sort of a bloated Clifton Webb. Yeah, very distinguished and aristocratic looking, and guess what he wears? Well, what does a gentleman look through with only one eye? No, not a keyhole. Coburn wears a monocle, Yeah, just like them Englishmen, only instead of a lip, it helps him keep a stiff upper eye. Why did I ask him to come down? Well, for the Christmas party, we're going to need somebody to play Santa Claus. And, things is a little slow in Hollywood, so I figure for a few bucks and a free meal, he'll jump at the chance. Yeah. Okay, I'll call you back, Duffy. Now, Eddie, leave us make the joint real nice and Christmassy, huh? All red and green.
Well, I already started.
How?
I rearranged the free lunch.
Oh, good. What did you use for red?
Tomatoes.
Uh-huh. What'd you use for the green?
The liverwurst.
That's such a deep green. How come you didn't use the lettuce?
Well, that's purple. I'm saving that for Easter.
Well, when you get finished, I think I have another cute little Yuletide touch, Eddie. You know them reminders we send to our delinquent accounts, the ones where we say, pay off in 10 days, you swindling skunk, or we'll throw you in the clink?
Yeah.
Get this. With each letter, I'm enclosing a sprig of holly. Now, let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, Eddie, hand me a cake of soap, huh?
Soap?
Yeah, soap.
You got a new girl?
No.
Well, then what do you want with soap?
Well, I want to write a poem on the mirror. Me annual Christmas poem.
Oh, you got a new one.
Yep, and this one is terrific, Eddie. In the past, I have always used iambic pentameter. But this year, I felt more in a trochee mood. And it came out much better.
What's a trochee?
You use more colons. Would you like to hear the poem, Eddie?
Have I got any choice?
No.
Yes.
Okay, listen. Merry Christmas to yous all. Be of right cheer and joyous. Leave us Yule a log on the fire, and leave not naught annoy us. Come lift your beakers and quaff us a skull. Kris Kringle's abroad in the snow. I quaff, lads, and laugh, lads. Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho. Well, Eddie, what do you think of it?
Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho.
In other words?
In other words, it'll go beautifully with that cracked mirror.
Eddie, give me that soap, and while I'm writing the poem, I want you to hang up them wreaths here.
Where'll I hang them?
Well, leave one dangle over each table.
Well, that'll save time.
What do you mean?
After the customer's finished eating, we can lay the wreath right on his chest.
Eddie, don't be such a ghoul, will you?
Archie.
Yeah, Miss Duffy?
I have a message from Papa.
Huh?
He says that on Christmas, we don't do much business here anyway.
Yeah?
So you and Eddie can take Christmas Day off.
Gee, that's nice.
And he says that on account of it's Christmas,
Yeah?
he'll only dock you for half a day.
Miss Duffy, is it true that your father is learning to walk on his hands so he can save the cost of shoe leather? What a cheap crumb.
Archie, you just don't understand Papa. He really has a very lovable character. It's just that he's so nasty, nobody notices it.
And what are you getting this lovable character for Christmas?
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking of getting something that Papa and Mama could both use. Something practical.
How about a set of boxing gloves?
Don't be ridiculous. Mama and Papa happen to be very much in love.
How do you figure that?
They've got to be in love. How else could they stand each other? By the way, Archie, where do you think is the best place for me to hang these mistletoes?
Mistletoes? How many you got there? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Duffy, why are you hanging 7 mistletoes?
Out of respect to our guest tonight.
Charlie Coburn?
Yeah. I figure he isn't as young as he used to be. So wherever I'm standing, he won't have to run too far to get to me.
Miss Duffy, I'm afraid you're making the wish the grandfather to the door.
Oh, no, I'm not. The last time he was down here, I noticed a very warm look in his eye.
Are you kidding? He ain't had a warm look in his eye for 40 years. Last time he did have one, it steamed up his monocle so he couldn't see what he was getting hot about anyway. And how come you're making passes at Coburn? What about that boyfriend of yours, that Rodney Haybinder?
Oh, him.
What's the trouble?
I just found out what he's getting me for Christmas. A $2 bottle of perfume. Did you ever hear of anything so cheap?
Just a minute. $2 for perfume might not be cheap. All depends. Is it a quarter or a fifth?
Archie, everybody knows that perfume doesn't come in quarts or fifths. This is a pint.
$2 a pint, it ought to be at least 80 proof. What did you expect?
Well, I thought he'd at least get me a fur coat or maybe an alligator bag.
Alligator bag? What would you do with it? You ain't got an alligator. Well, thank goodness I ain't got no problems about Christmas. I'm giving all me dames the same present.
What?
A nice practical gift, and yet very attractive.
What is it?
My picture. I was going past this snapshot parlor the other day, and I had 6 lovely portraits made. Here, take a look.
Seems a shame to waste these pictures on Christmas. They're such a natural for Halloween.
Hello, Art.
Oh, hiya, Finnegan. Well, it looks like it's Christmas again, huh?
It is?
Yeah.
Seems like only last year. Hey, Arch, guess who's here with me tonight?
Oh.
Me brother Wilfred.
Wilfred? Is that the tall, fat, ugly one?
No, that's me mother. Wilfred's me kid brother. You know, the black sheep of the family.
The black sheep?
Yeah, the one with the brains.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the one with the high Q.
The what?
The high Q. It's the way they measure brains. In other words, high Q is a scientific nickname for a genius, you know. Liberally translated, it means intelligent quadruped.
Yeah, huh? What a bum break. You know, the rest of our family are just average, normal people like me. And poor Wilfred has to be a genius.
Well, you got to take the bitter with the sweet, Finnegan. When did you first find out about it?
Well, the first time we realized he was abnormal was when we seen him reading the newspaper without moving his lips.
Well, leave us hope for the best. Maybe the kid will just turn out to be a ventriloquist. Excuse me. Hello? Hello, Duffy. Huh? You just sent me a package, but I shouldn't open till Christmas? It's a present? Wait a minute. Are you sure this is Duffy? Well, Duffy, I'm positively whelmed over. Thanks a lot. By the way, I'm putting my present in the mail for you today, too. Yeah, it's nice to know that we feel this way about each other at Christmas time. You know, that one backwashes the other. Yeah, well, thanks a lot, Duffy. Let me see. Eddie, what can I get Duffy for Christmas? Wait a minute. Europa. I got it. I'll send him one of me portraits.
I didn't think you hated him that much.
Now, let's see. I think I'll autograph me portrait by saying something nice to Duffy. Let's see. To my lovable employer, Duffy, in fond appreciation of all I have done for you. Signed, Archie.
Wonder what he's giving me, Eddie.
What do you guess?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe some silk shirts, or nice striped bathrobe, or polo outfit. No, he knows I don't play polo.
That would also eliminate the bathrobe.
Eddie, one does not play polo in a bathrobe.
Hey, Arch.
Yeah, Finnegan.
Here's me brother Wilfred. You remember him?
Oh, yeah. Well, how are you, little Wilfred? My, you certainly have been growing.
Doesn't that strike you as an entirely normal procedure?
Well, that's how it goes. Tell me, how's things in school, Wilfred? Are your teachers learning you much stuff?
Archie, they're not learning me. They're teaching me.
Well, that's what they're after. Well, you're certainly looking fine, Wilfred. Very manly. Are you eating good?
Yes, I receive sufficient nourishment, thank you.
That's well, you got to eat good if you want to grow up to be a strong man like your Uncle Archie. You know how I got this physique of mine?
Malnutrition?
Yes, sir, and plenty of it. Yeah, always eat lots of bread, potatoes, pancakes.
Well, I'm on a diet that prohibits carbohydrates.
Carbo what rates?
Carbohydrates.
Oh, them. Yeah, tell me, what's them things again?
Starches, of course.
Oh, yeah, it was right on the tip of my tongue. Yeah. What about them?
My physician doesn't permit me to have starches.
Well, that's right, Wilfred. Starches ain't good for you. They make your stomach stiff. Tell you what, why don't you go over and nibble yourself some of the free lunch, huh?
The free lunch?
Yeah.
Very well. Morituri te salutamus.
What does that mean?
We who are about to die salute you.
A wisecracking dead languages yet. Finnegan.
Yeah, Rod.
Finnegan, get this Greek Milton Berle away from me before I knock his block off. Moratorium salami Thomas.
Oh, Mr. Archie, ain't that Charles Coburn coming in?
Oh, yeah, that's Charlie. And look at him, Eddie. What a perfect Santa Claus he'll make, huh? That ruddy complexion, that roly-poly figure, that plump bay winner. The perfect Santa Claus, except for one thing.
For what?
That sack in the back is a little too low slung. Well, greetings, Mr. Coburn. Coburn, it's a distinct privilege to humble your gracious presence to the inner confines of this immortal sanctum and...
Oh, shut up.
Well.
Where's Duffy?
He's home.
He's smart.
This guy's gonna make a lovable Santa Claus. Mr. Coburn, you're acting kind of strange. Ain't you glad to be here at the tavern?
Well, yes, I am.
Thank you.
At my age, I'm glad to be anywhere.
What do you mean, your age? You ain't changed a bit since I last seen you.
Well, you don't look so hot yourself.
Laugh a minute, Charlie, they call me. Well, nevertheless, we're glad to see you on this return visit.
Return visit?
Yeah, you've been here before.
Impossible. One doesn't do this sort of thing twice.
Charlie, you was here about 2 years ago.
Amazing. I've been telling my psychiatrist it was only a dream.
So what? At your age, dreams is a lot more fun, ain't they? What? Sorry, no intent offended. I'm really very sorry.
Hey, how about introducing me?
Introduce yourself.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Coburn.
Sir?
Duffy.
You have my deepest sympathy.
So likewise, I'm sure. You know something?
What?
You're handsome.
You know something?
What?
You're nearsighted.
Mr. Coburn, you think you could be happy with a girl like me on your lap?
Are you kidding? The guy'd be happy if he just had a lap.
Archie, you stay out of this. Oh, Mr. Coburn,
What is it?
look where I'm standing. Right under the mistletoe.
So what?
Well, are you going to kiss me?
Tell you what. You hang from the ceiling and I'll kiss the mistletoe.
Incidentally, Charlie, come on over and take a look at our mistletoe. I'll hold off Miss Duffy with a salad fork.
Very well.
Good.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Hey, look who's under the mistletoe.
Finnegan, you just kissed Charlie Coburn, and without an introduction.
Sorry, Arch, I guess I've gone Hollywood.
Charlie, maybe you should have settled for Miss Duffy.
Well, yes, at least she didn't have a cigar in her mouth.
That can be arranged.
Get out of here, the both of you. Imagine kissing Charlie Coburn, Finnegan.
Yeah, I guess I'll hate myself in the morning.
Well, Archie, don't think this hasn't been peculiar, but...
Look, Charlie, don't go yet. Tell me, what are you doing Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Well, we have an old custom in our family, Archie. I always take Grandma to the fights.
Well, that's very sweet, but this time, why don't you let the dame go stag? Now, here's what I had in mind. We need a Santa Claus for our Christmas party, and I was thinking if we got some whiskers for you, that, maybe...
No, wait a minute. Me spend my Christmas in this rodance rotisserie?
Rodents rotisserie? You won't do it, huh?
Absolutely not.
You won't, huh? Oh, Miss Duffy, Finnegan, mistletoe time.
Oh, good. Don't move, Mr. Coburn.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle
not
bells.
that again.
Okay, then. Look, Charlie, you're dead. The joint is loaded with mistletoe, and you ain't got a chance unless I protect you. So what do you say? Will you or will you not be Santa Claus?
Ho, ho, ho. On, dancer, on, prancer. On, dunder and
Charlie, believe me, you'll love playing Santa Claus Christmas Eve. Giving out toys to all them little kids. Don't forget, you was a kid once yourself, wasn't you?
There's no record of it.
Well, they probably didn't keep records in them days. Come on, Charlie. You'll feel better just as soon as you talk to one of these kids and see what it's like. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Finnegan, is your kid brother Wilfred still here?
Yeah, he's right here, Arch.
Good. Hey, Wilfred, come here. I'd like you to meet Santa Claus.
Well, not the Santa Claus.
That's right, young man. Ho, ho, ho. Well, son, I'll be coming down the chimney Christmas Eve, down your chimney.
Thank you very much, but we have an oil burner.
Wilfred, look, don't you believe in Santa Claus?
Santa Claus is an ancient superstition and a throwback to pagan mythology.
Does that mean he does or he don't believe it?
Enough of this nonsense. Mr. Claus.
Yes?
I understand you live up the North Pole.
Do I? Oh, I mean, well, yes, of course I do.
I also understand that the average temperature of the North Pole is estimated at 70 to 90 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit.
Well, it does get a bit nippy. But then again, a fellow can always grab off a snort of...
Santa Claus! Wilfred, Santa only drinks soft drinks, of course.
Yes, although on occasion I will take a jigger of snow with an olive in it.
So, be sure sure that you're a good boy now, Wilfred, because on Christmas Eve, Santa calls on every good boy and girl.
How does he know where they live?
I thought that question had popped up. Santa Claus keeps their numbers in a little red book. Don't you, Santa?
Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. And some mighty fine numbers in that little red book.
Sir, some mighty fine numbers. Yes, sirree.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Preposterous.
Wilfred, you mean you don't believe in Santa Claus?
Archie, please. It's an amusing legend, but this road company, Edwin Gwen, plays him so badly.
No, you little grumpy, you.
Oh, please, Santa Claus, please, leave go of the little boy's throat.
Then get me out of here.
Well, look, Charlie, I'm sorry it turned out like this, but you can't let us down. You promised you'd be here on Christmas Eve.
Don't worry, Archie. I'll be here on Christmas Eve.
Playing
Santa Claus? Yes, playing Santa Claus. With a nice big bag over my back. And you know what I hope to have in that bag?
What?
Wilfred. Good night.
What you did? Now look, you lousy little genius.
Now, Archie, please, you don't actually expect an educated man of 10 to believe in Santa Claus.
Don't I? Look, Wilfred, maybe there ain't no real Santa Claus with no red coat and reindeers and something jumping down chimneys. Okay, but there is something that a kid like you should get wise to. Something that kind of makes people do wonderful things for each other at Christmas time. And I like to call it Santa Claus. It's something inside of all of us, kid, that if we're right guys, will turn each one of us into a Santa Claus. With every guy loving his fellow guy and working with him to bring good in the world and maybe peace. And, kid, don't tell me there ain't no that kind of a Santa Claus.
That's telling them, Mr. Archie, and... Say,
huh?
This package just came for you.
Let me look. Hey, Wilfred, come here. Look at this. It's me present from Duffy. Now, Wilfred, here's what I was talking about. This package says, don't open until Christmas. But I want to teach you a lesson, so I'm going to open it. Now, you see, here's a guy named Duffy. He's mean, and he's stingy, and he's cheap. And yet, at Christmas time, he changes. And he gives me this picture of himself. Autographed to my dear employee, Archie. Where was it? Oh, yeah. So you see, Wilfred, maybe there ain't no real Santa Claus with no red coat jumping down chimneys. But I believe that...
On this Christmas Eve, we're happy to 1,000 voices from the Great Lakes Naval Training Station, which is our way of wishing you Christmas greetings. We, of course, are Bill Foreman, Ray Noble and his orchestra, the lovely Joan Merrill, Edgar Bergen, and Charlie McCarthy.
Hello, folks. This is Charlie McCarthy wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy Bergen.
Merry Christmas, Charlie.
Well, hello, Mr. Mochi.
Well, I suppose you've written to Santa Claus, huh?
Yes, I wrote to him. Just to play safe, I sent a carbon copy to Bergen. I'm no fool, you know. I'm no fool.
I suppose you hinted at what you wanted.
Brother, I hinted for 8 pages, I hinted. But every year, Bergen turns a deaf purse.
Oh, well, Charlie, why don't you be a little more subtle?
Well, that don't work either.
No?
Last year I was subtle. I hinted for something with 2 wheels and a handlebar.
And what did you get?
A lawnmower.
Charlie and Edgar will be back in just a few moments. A few moments made lovely as the charming Joan Merrill sings a cowboy song by the urbane Mr. Cole Porter. Don't Fence Me In. If you please, Joan.
skies above. Don't fence me in. No. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. No. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Stand me off forever, but I ask you please. Don't fence me in. Just turn me loose. Let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western sea, the western sky. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. See the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences. Gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. Can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in, just turn me loose. Let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western sky. Under the sky. On my cayuse. Let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. Till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences. Gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. Can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. Doo-doo-doo. Let me go right where the west commences. Don't fence me in. Doo-doo-doo. Look at the moon till I lose my senses. Don't fence me in. Doo-doo-doo. Didn't I tell you I can't stand fences? Don't fence me in. Don't fence me in.
Oh, that was lovely, Joan. Lovely.
Thank you very much.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a few words from your Yule log, Charlie McCarthy.
Oh, thank you, Don. My pal, my friend. You know, you're the nicest Don Amici I know.
Uh-oh. When you talk like that, I know you want something. What is it, Charlie?
Well, it just so happens you're right this time. I do need help. You see, Bergen said that if I would recite the night before Christmas this evening, he'd give me a special Christmas present.
Well, that's fine. Have you memorized it?
Well, part of it, that's all.
Which part?
Just the title.
And what do you want me to do?
Well, make Bergen forget about the poem, but not about the presents.
Well, now, let me see. Wait a minute. I've got it. Why don't you say that after you learned it, a blow on the head made you forget it?
That's good.
Yeah, and I'll be glad to cooperate with a baseball bat.
That's bad.
Well, now, look, why should I help you? Why didn't you learn the poem in the first place?
Well, I was just too busy, Don.
Busy doing what?
Well, I was one thing or another. I was playing hooky for a sick friend.
Oh, there you are, Charlie. Oh, how are you? Don, you're just in time to hear Charlie recite that lovely Christmas poem, The Night Before Christmas, by Clement Clark Moore.
I bet he wouldn't have written it if he had to memorize it.
All right, Charlie, go ahead and recite it.
Well, I could recite it much better, Bergen, from memory, with a book in front of me.
Yeah.
I'll give the introduction.
No, Don.
Fanfare, Mr. Noble.
No, Don.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now about to hear that famous classic, The Night Before Christmas, perpetrated by Charlie McCarthy.
Cut it out, fellas. This is so embarrassing.
No, now you go right ahead and recite it, Charlie.
No, please, Bergen.
No. Now, you mustn't be nervous.
Well, I've always been timid.
No. You go right ahead, Charlie.
No, please.
Charlie, go right ahead. Charlie. Now, you mustn't be nervous.
Well, I'm a bundle of nerves.
Charlie. Remember, no recitation, no present.
Oh.
Now, we're all waiting to hear about Santa Claus.
Well, I'll try.
They're
ought to be one down there.
Yeah. We're waiting.
All right. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Santa Revere.
No.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
Yes, you're a little confused.
Well, I'm a bundle of nerves.
Yes, I know. Now, you start over again.
Yes. Under the spreading Christmas tree, a village Santa stands?
No. Perhaps if I just help you with a little start.
That would be good.
Yes. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house.
Gad, Bergen, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And believe me, it felt good to get rid of them, too.
Yeah. Now, what's the next line? I see, what's the next line?
The next line?
Yes.
Oh, there's more, isn't there?
Yes, of course.
Well, there's all through the house, Let's see. Quiet, please, Buck. What's the next line, fellas?
No. Not a... What? Remember what it is? No, okay. Not a creature was stirring, not even a louse. No. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Yeah. And that's the way it goes.
Yes. The stockings were hung.
Huh?
Stockings were hung where?
On the nail.
No. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes.
In hope?
In hope.
In hopes that the laundryman soon would be there.
No. In hopes that Saint who?
Saint Vitus?
No.
Saint Bernard?
No.
Saint Paul?
No.
Minneapolis?
No, now wait.
Well, gee whiz, I tried.
All right.
I'm on the wrong track.
You certainly are.
I'm going to hate myself in the morning for not knowing this yet.
Well, now you continue.
Yes. Let's see. Where?
In hopes.
Oh, yes. In hopes. No coaching, please. Much.
In hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
Semicolon.
Yeah, that's right. The children were nestled all snug in their bed.
Shoot if you must his old gray head.
Well, I give up. Charlie, surely you know the part about Santa Claus.
What part?
Yeah.
The arms and legs?
No. About how he rides through the skies.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, of course. He flies through the air with the greatest of ease. The jolly fat man in the red DVDs.
What is it?
Well, that part I'm a little rusty on. Right in there.
Yes.
Especially right around there.
Yes, all right. Well, I'll tell you, it goes this way. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter,
What'd you do?
I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter.
Oh, yeah. I tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
Yeah. And now, what about the reindeers?
Oh.
What were their names?
Oh, yeah, that's right. What way?
Well, there's Dancer and
Prancer? Oh, yeah.
And what are the rest of them?
There's Dancer and Prancer and Dandruff and Blintzes.
No.
Thunder and Lightning.
No.
I give up.
Donner.
Donner?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Donner, Amici.
No.
I didn't know he made a team.
Well, he did. Now, what did Santa say?
What did he say?
Well, he said, on Dancer, on Prancer.
Oh, yeah. On Dancer, on Prancer. And what do you know? Prancer came in and paid $2.20 to show.
And what happened after that?
Santa Claus lived happily ever after. The end. Give me the present.
Wait a minute. Not so fast. You know, Charlie, I don't believe you studied that poem at all.
Well, I wasn't letter perfect, was I?
No, you weren't.
This being Christmas Eve, Bergen, I cannot tell a lie. I didn't study.
No. Well, I'm disappointed in you.
Yes, sir.
But inasmuch as you were man enough to own up.
Oh, I did that, sir.
I'm going to give you the present anyway.
Oh, thank you, Bergen.
And here it is.
Oh, thank you. What is it?
It's a beautifully illustrated copy of that famous poem.
I guess
That's it.
This is Christmas, Bergen, not April Fool.
Future prospects look very good. The orchestra together in Don't...
You can't if I had a castle for just a while. You could take my treasure, that's if I had a treasure, and I'd face poverty with a smile. But there's one thing I ask of you, one thing you must never do. Tear a star from out the sky, and the sky feels blue. Tear a petal from a rose, and the rose weeps too. Take your heart away from mine, and mine will surely break. My life is yours to take, so please keep the spark away. Would you take the wings from birds so that they can fly? Would you take the ocean's roar and leave just the sky? All this your heart won't let you do. This is what I beg of you. Don't take your love from me. All this your heart would never do. This is what I beg of you. Don't take your love from me.
Bergen, don't you think we should have Christmas carols or something like that?
I certainly do, Charlie, and we are. We're going to have a chorus of 1,000 voices with us.
1,000? Well, you can't listen to that many voices at once, can you?
Well, you can if your ear is trained for it, Charlie. For instance, when Ray Noble's band plays, he not only listens to it as an orchestra,
He does, yeah.
but he hears each and every individual instrument.
Yeah?
Yes.
And he doesn't do anything about it?
Well, the point that I'm trying to make, Charlie, is that to fully enjoy the best in music requires training. And that's why I've arranged for you to take lessons from a famous singing teacher.
Well, now, that's nice of you, Bergen. I didn't know you knew so much about music.
Well, I appreciate classical music, although I don't think you could call me a long hair.
No, no one could call you that, Bergen. No.
Hello, excuse me, please, Signor Bourbon.
Oh, no, Bergen. Yes,
Bergen,
hello,
yes,
Professor.
yes.
Who is this, Bergen?
I am Donaldo Pizzicaro Amici Victrola Gazzolo, the famous singer.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to you good. If you're a singer, Gazzolo, I'm John Charles Thomas.
No, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Thomas.
The pleasure's all yours.
Well, let's get going now. At first, I'm going to teach you the music approach. You know, the harmony and the applied stuff.
Yeah. You're going to get knee-deep in it, too.
Yeah. Now, tell me, Professor, are you familiar with Mozart?
Oh, Mo and I just like that.
What about the others?
Yeah, sure, I know them all. I know Rimsky-Korsakov, Streptokowski, Rossini, Puccini.
How about Jack Dini?
That's all right. That's good.
He's
Good,
good.
yes.
Yeah.
Say to me, what do you know about the Chopin?
Well, Chopin, you play it like ping pong, only you use a larger racket.
Oh, no. That's right. That's perfect. Now, first of all, to listen to music, you've got to have the music.
Yeah. I'll go along with you so far, yeah.
When the music, she comes out loud, is a fortissimo. If it comes out soft, is a pianissimo. Then we got a high key and a low key.
Yeah?
And sometimes you got a no key.
In that case, you climb in the window.
Now, John.
Oh, it's cute.
Well, now, Professor Gazzola, suppose we get on with the lesson, if you don't mind.
Okay, Mr. Bonbon.
Bergen.
What?
Bergen.
Yes. Now, Charlie, you sing after me. Me.
You.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now we try another one. Do, re, mi. Speaking of a do, re, mi, that reminds me. When do I get my pay?
Well, I don't blame you for being worried.
All right, now, just a moment, Professor. Before we talk about that, I'd like to know just a little more about your background.
Oh, so happy for tell you. So happy. For 20 years, I was a Venetian gondolier.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
Were you the menace of Venice?
John. Well, I've been in Venice, Professor, and it's a romantic spot with those singing gondoliers.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. I remember I used to sing it like this. Oh, sole mio, splash, splash.
What's the splash?
Well, I got to push the boat.
Oh, yeah.
2 years later, I sing it like this. Oh, sole mio, put.
What's the put?
I make a plan in the morning. I got to out the boat some more.
Oh, good.
You know, I write the songs, too.
Well, you write songs?
Oh, sure.
Well, then you must meet our famous songwriter, Ray Noble. Oh, Ray.
Yes, Edgar.
Meet Professor Gazzolo.
Oh, you know something about the music?
Oh, yes, rather. Why, some of my best songs are music.
Well, who do you think of that, huh? Say, who are you studying under,
The people upstairs, old boy.
Oh, he's a very funny man, eh?
Yeah, well, don't encourage him.
Oh, no, huh?
He's a bad one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Professor Gazzolo studied music in Italy, Ray.
Oh, did you really, old man? Dear me. And have you a bachelor's degree?
No, senor. I got the 4 bambinos.
Well, I'm glad you fellas have so much in common. Now, I'd like to ask you one question. What do you think is the finest piece of music ever written?
Well, Edgar, if you ask me, I'd say the Volcano song.
Volcano song?
Oh, you know. Lava, come back to me.
Well, what's yours, Professor?
Well, the song I like the best is you ain't or don't you is my bambino.
That's very good.
Bergen, ask me, Bergen, ask me.
All right. Yes, all right, Charlie. What's your favorite song?
Well, my favorite song is by the old chow mein pagoda looking cockeyed at the sea.
From the Great Lakes Naval Training Station on the banks of Lake Michigan, we hear from the famed 1,000-voice choir singing a medley of Christmas carols. Ladies and gentlemen, the Navy sings. They sing in pride, in exultation, and on this Christmas Eve, in humble gratitude. We listen now to our Navy.
Joy
And a great big Merry Christmas to all of you from Edgar Bergen.
And a trial size from Charlie McCarthy.
And Merry Christmas to you, Charlie. And Merry Christmas to everyone. For myself, I've had the honor and the privilege in the past of bringing you the American prayer. Its sentiments today are as powerful as they ever were. I think it says what is in all our hearts this Christmas. The American prayer. O Father who art in heaven, thou who hast given us birth, lend us thy flaming sword, O Lord, to fight thy battle on earth. As we walk through the perilous darkness, lend us thy holy light that shines in thy heavenly mansion to guide our path in the night. And lend thy shield and thy armor to the gallant boys over there. They are thy children, Father, and this is thy country's prayer, that soon may the forces of evil fall at last on their knees, with the flag of thy kingdom of heaven flying high in the breeze. Then sons will return to their mothers, and men to their wives. And then this earth will be like heaven, peaceful and bright. Amen.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
The makers of Chase and Sanborn Coffee bring you Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, and Don Amici. New Year's greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and best wishes for 1945 from all of us. Our guest, Charles Laughton, and our regular group, Ray Noble and his orchestra, Bill Foreman, Joan Merrill, Effie Clinker, Edgar Bergen, and Charlie McCarthy.
Don't look now, folks, but it's almost 1945.
Charlie.
Yeah?
Let's introduce Effie Clinker to Don Amici.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, Don.
Yeah, Charlie, yeah.
Don, would you like to meet a beautiful girl?
Well, I certainly would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
Yeah.
Effie.
What have I done? What have I done here?
Oh, dear. Hello, Eddie.
Well, Effie, I want you to meet Don Amici.
Oh, Don Amici, where?
No, over here.
Oh, so you're the charming Effie Clinker, huh?
Loosen my bobby socks.
Well, why?
I'm going to swoon.
Oh, no, you're not. Why, what's the matter, Effie? You seem rather excited tonight.
Well, who wouldn't be? This is the last shopping day in leap year.
Now, you're not serious, are you?
Oh, no.
Oh, you are?
Why do you think I'm wearing this mistletoe in my hair?
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see. Sort of a mistletoe-toting mama, huh?
That's very good. It's awfully good. Mr. Amici.
Yeah?
Doesn't mistletoe just make your lips pucker?
Why, now, Effie, don't tell me you're a promiscuous kisser.
Oh, no, dear, no. But I could learn.
Oh, now, don't you know, Effie, a girl should play hard to get?
Oh, I do. In a cooperative sort of way. Oh, nightingales and monkey tails.
All right. Effie, you must come over to the party I'm giving at my house tonight.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Can I make the eggnogs?
Oh, fine.
Well, tell me, Effie, how do you make them?
Well, I have my own recipe.
Yeah?
Take the whites of eggs, you see.
Uh-huh.
And then you beat them until,
Stiff?
No, but I bet I will be.
No.
Effie, I'll see you later. Right now, I have a date. A date to hear the charming Joan Merrill sing Saturday Night is the Loneliest Night in the Week. If you please, Joan.
Saturday night is the loneliest night in the week. 'Cause that's the night that my sweetie and I used to dance cheek to cheek. I don't mind Sunday night at all. That's the night friends come to call. And Monday to Friday go fast. And another week is past. But Saturday night is the loneliest night in the week. I sing the song that I sang for the memories I usually see. Until I hear you at the door. Till you're in my arms once more. Saturday night is the loneliest night in the week.
Saturday night is the loneliest night in the week.
'Cause that's the night that my sweetie and I used to dance cheek to cheek. I don't mind Monday night at all.
Sunday's the night that friends come to call.
And Monday to Friday goes fast.
And flash, flash, another week is past.
But Saturday night is the loneliest night in the week. I sing the song that I sang for the memories I usually see. Until I hear you at the door.
And you're in my arms once more.
Saturday night
is
the loneliest night.
Loneliest night. Saturday night is the loneliest night in the week.
Say, Charlie, about this New Year's Eve party Edgar's giving tonight, is it going to be a pretty swell affair?
Well,
it'll probably be another one of those Bergen's brilliant, spectacular washouts.
Oh, I see, huh?
I heard what you said, young man.
Oh, hello.
Will you be able to make the party tonight, Don?
Oh, yes, Edgar. What time is your party going to start?
Well, the smart set will arrive rather late.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
And the smarter set won't arrive at all.
I want to tell you, though, that the high spot of the evening will be at midnight.
Yes?
And that's when I am going to portray the part of Father Time.
Oh, you picked a nice role.
Yeah.
You won't have to make up.
All right. I've invited several movie producers, and if I do say so myself, I have something I think they've all been looking for.
Oh, I'm not that handsome.
Oh, yeah.
Or am I?
Yeah. But this is, I do really think, a superb play.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, who wrote it?
Modesty forbids me from mentioning the genius's name.
Whoever could you mean? As if I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, I wrote it.
No.
Yes. And I might add, this play of mine is 10 years ahead of the time.
We'll wait.
And what's more, my play is allegorical.
Where are you going to get the alligators?
No. How would you like to hear one of my best speeches?
With cotton in my ears.
No, please, no.
That's too late.
Yes. I like this particular scene.
I'm glad you do.
I am old, 1944. It's been a long, hard year. But I am content to go. Mm-hmm.
Would you mind aiming those tees a little to the windward?
All right.
They're a bit juicy. That is, if you don't mind too much.
Yes, all right. Young man, I want you to know that I have taken diction lessons.
From who, Donald Duck?
No. And some more of my best lines are, off with the old, on with the new.
Pew, 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 pew.
I am a wretched soul, bruised by adversity.
Why don't you sue him?
Oh, now, please. Charlie, do you realize that tonight's performance may alter the whole course of my life?
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, no matter where they take you, Bergen, I'll always come and see you on Visitor's Day.
Well, thank you. And I've written a wonderful part for you.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, now it looks better.
Yes. You play Little New Year of 1945.
I do?
That's right.
See, I'm sort of the juvenile lead.
That's right, yes. You come out wearing a ribbon across your chest that says 1945.
Yeah?
Yes.
See. Won't that be kind of drafty?
No.
What else do I wear? I hope.
Yeah. Well, what do babies usually wear?
Well,
Oh, no.
Oh, no. You mean with a safety pin?
Well, of course.
No, you don't, Bergen.
Listen, no, Charlie.
No, 1,000 times nay.
Charlie. No, listen.
Take your hands off.
No, all right, listen.
You don't get me wearing one of those three-cornered snuggies.
Now, Charlie.
No. Charlie, what do you think I am, Gypsy Rose McCarthy?
All right. Listen, Charlie, it's too late now. I can't get anyone else to play the part.
Mr. Bergen.
Charlie.
No, Charlie. No.
All right.
Do you realize what you're asking me to do?
Yes.
Do you realize?
All right.
Do you realize what you're doing to a child of my tender years?
Yes, but now be reasonable.
No, I won't be reasonable.
Charlie.
Let go of my lapo.
Charlie.
No.
This is very important to me.
I will not appear in public wearing nothing but my goose pimples. No.
Charlie.
No.
You look cute.
No, I wouldn't. My legs are so sway-backed.
Oh, they're not sway. Why, you'll make a splendid 1945.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I'm so puny.
You're not.
Everybody will think there's a tough year ahead.
No. You're so sensitive.
Well,
I have reasons to be. Why? No, certain other things.
What is it?
Well, if you must know, I got a mole on my tummy. Oh! Yeah. But, Charlie, everything depends on you. What do you mean? Well, I'm in a spot, Charlie. Oh, you are? Yes. Oh, you're in a spot.
Well, of course. Why, I'll do anything if you'll agree to play this part.
You will?
Yes.
Well, now you said something. Yeah. That's all I wanted to know, Bergen.
Yeah. And you will play it?
On what condition?
All right.
First, you got to cancel all those New Year's resolutions you just made out for me.
Yes. But, Charlie...
And second, now that you'll sign all my report cards in the future with your eyes closed.
Yeah, but, Charlie...
And, of course, my 75 cents allowance...
Yes.
...will come up for renegotiation.
Is that so? Each new year for the past 81 has brought Chase and Sanborn Coffee new friends. The reason for that, in a single word, is F-L-A-V-O-R, flavor. Yes, Chase and Sanborn has spelled superb coffee flavor for the past 81 years. And today it's doubly popular because it passes both of the two big coffee tests. With meals, breakfast, luncheon, dinner, supper, Chase and Sanborn Coffee sets off all the other food flavors to supreme advantage. And all alone between meals, its delicious flavor is even more attractive, more pleasing, completely satisfying. In the middle of the morning or mid-afternoon, when you want coffee for coffee's sake, Chase and Sanborn all by itself really makes the occasion. In the past year, more people enjoyed Chase and Sanborn coffee than ever before. That's the biggest swing in our 81 years of making finer coffee. You're entitled to Chase and Sanborn goodness, too. There's no reason to take anything less. So make the most of your opportunity in the year ahead. Always ask for Chase and Sanborn coffee. Say, Edgar, have you ever read a book by Jack Goodman and Alan Green called How to Do Practically Anything?
Well, I already know.
No. Oh, I see. Well, tell me, how are you at skiing?
Well, it so happens I just bought my first pair of skis.
Oh, well, then sit down, and listen to what the Messrs. G say about skiing. Skiers are an institution as old as the hills. The hills, however, are somewhat smarter. They stay put. Skiing entered my mind one evening as I was in the parlor practicing approach shots with my niblick. I'm sure if my wife hadn't entered the room so suddenly, I would not have been startled into knocking the ball into her favorite vase.
You can't even be trusted in the living room.
Darling, I'm thinking of giving up golf.
Good.
For skiing.
Skiing?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do with those great big things on your feet? Those other great big things.
Tomorrow we buy skis.
Buy skis? Never.
Well, what do you expect me to ski on? Being a perfect lady... She didn't answer. The first thing to know, of course, is a few simple skiing terms. Herring boning, for instance. Herring boning is a method of going uphill. The expert skier leaves tracks in the snow resembling a herring spine. Your tracks will resemble your spine. And then there's the kick turn. Now, to describe the kick turn would involve a long discussion on how to get back on your feet. And this would get us into a discussion of how to remove fouled skis. This is a maneuver in which you draw one knee sharply up to your chin. Of course, that gets us into the problem of what to do for a bitten tongue. But enough of details. I shall never forget my first downhill run. The wind was whizzing past my ears, and I was whizzing past other people's ears. Suddenly, I knew why people went skiing. Here, at last, was the poetry of motion. Poetry. Unbroken poetry. 2 broken arms.
And a pair of skis for sale.
Charlie.
Wait a minute.
Charlie, what's that crazy-looking contraption you have there?
Well, this is a machine I built so you can look back into any time in history.
Oh, I see.
I call it the McCarthy look-back-a-scope.
Sort of a time machine.
Yeah, that's right. I brought it over to demonstrate it. Well, you switch on the little thing there, and you'll be surprised what turns up.
Hello, Edgar. Happy New Year to you, Charlie.
Well, Charles Laughton.
I hope the coming year will bring you the best of everything.
And the same to you, Mr. Laughton.
Thank you.
As one friend to another, may fortune continue to smile upon you.
Thank you, Chuck. Now that that's over, how are you doing, mahogany puss?
Well, pretty good, buckethead. What I mean is, Mr. Laughton, you look so handsome tonight and so slender.
Oh, you noticed that?
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, or is it too late to expect a Christmas present? Well, no. Well, hardly expect a present after a remark like that.
Oh, are you mad at me, Mr. Laughton?
Oh, certainly not, Charlie. I love you like my own brother.
I didn't know you had one.
I haven't.
Oh.
I say, Charlie, what is that horrible-looking monstrosity you've got there? Is that something new?
No, Bergen's been with me for years.
No, I mean that crazy-looking machine.
Well, that's a contraption Charlie whipped up. It's for looking into the past, Charles.
Well, it looks more like a combination pants presser, lightning rod, and nutmeg grater.
That's right. That's right, wise guy, yeah. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead, yeah. You know, they laughed at Franklin, but he went ahead and invented lightning anyway. Well, he did. All right. Bunch of smart Alex. All right.
Forgive me, Charlie, but... Forgive me, Charlie, but how in the world can you build a machine to look back on time?
Well, I took an alarm clock and turned it inside out.
I presume it operates on the theory of chronological inversion.
No, it doesn't. Nothing of the kind. It runs on batteries.
Oh, I see.
Would you let me see that thing? I say, is there any electricity in this wire? Ouch!
Does that answer your question?
It does.
What's the top row of buttons for?
Well, you push those to tune in on the centuries, you see. And then the second row is for different parts of the world.
Oh. Well, what's this little red button down here in the corner?
Well, that opens a drawbridge in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. How it got there, I'll never know.
Well, I'm going to push one of these buttons. Now, let me see. 17th century, 16th, 15th. That should be interesting. Here goes.
All right. There you see, Cody. I think it needs a lube job. Look, see, on the screen there, see? There's a little fella standing on a boat. Ahoy there. Who are you?
I'm Christopher Gazzola Columbus.
Oh. Christopher Columbus, huh?
Yeah, sure. What else? I got a special rates for fishing trips.
Fishing trips?
Yeah. 2-day cruises to no place and your money back if I discover America.
You'd swear that was Don Amici, wouldn't you?
Let's try something else. Say about the 16th century.
Okay. I'll set it at 300 kilobicycles and super heptabob. Press the button.
There it goes. Yeah.
See?
But look, Charlie. Why, there's a beautiful palace.
There's a king.
Why, that's Henry VIII.
Ha-ha! Welcome, me hearties. Wouldst care to look around?
Oh, we'd love to, Your Majesty.
Wouldst prefer ye 40-centi tour or ye 60-centi tour?
Well, what's the difference?
20 centis.
If I remember my history correctly, King Henry, you had many problems during your reign. How are things now?
Alas, not too well. Gadzooks, I hardly know where my next wife is coming from.
That's right. Most of your wives ended up on the chopping block, didn't they?
Hank, you were quite a lady killer, weren't you?
Yea, thou shouldst have been here yestereve. We had a double header.
Why did you behead your last wife?
Didn't like her hairdo.
I see.
Pardon me, Your Majesty. You haven't eaten for 20 minutes, you know. So I brought you a tray of roast veal, pork pies, stuffed tripe, and a nice side saddle of mutton.
A pretty sight, forsooth. Hand me that leg of veal and bring 2 more.
Well, why stuff yourself with veal?
Hast thou not heard it goes back on ration points tomorrow?
Say, that food looks pretty good. Do you mind if I take this little chicken leg? Oh, you don't have to break my arm.
Well, then keep your dirty lunch grapplers out of my chow, you nasty little snitch.
Well, I'll get rid of you. Push the button. Now, look what we tuned in out here. Oh, there's a fella with his arm around a girl.
Ah, my beautiful Josephine.
Oh, my Napoleon. Oh, Napoleon, I love you.
Yeah, this is good, Napoleon and Josephine.
Ah, Josephine, my beloved. I ask from you but one little favor.
You have but to ask.
When you use the toothpaste, will you please put the cap back on?
And it makes you gets around, doesn't it?
Yeah. Let's push this 1700 button.
Okay.
Look. There's a man under a tree. He looks a little like Sir Isaac Newton, Charlie.
What's he saying?
In the shade of the old apple tree.
Well, it is Newton.
Yeah, what are you sitting under an apple tree?
Well, you see, old boy, if I sit here long enough, an inspiration strikes me. There's one now.
Oh, I remember. That's the way you discovered gravity, wasn't it?
Perfectly right, yes. I'm now working on mass production, you know. Gravity will soon be in the homes of the poor as well as the rich.
Then you think you'll clean up with it?
Well, my dear fellow, think what it'll mean to the suspender business. I say, would you be good chaps and mind pushing another button and just stop pestering me?
Yes. That's a good idea.
Yes, it is.
Let's push the first button and we can go back just as far as we can.
Yes, all the way back. Why, we might even talk to Plato.
Yeah, or one of those Greek philosophers like Acidophilus or what's his name there. Oh, boys. Ooh. Oh, how do you do? Are you Socrates or...
You mean Socrates? Oh, no, I'm Nero.
Oh.
I hope you don't mind of us dropping in on you, Nero.
Not at all. Would you like to come to our fire sale on Monday? I'll be there playing a hot fiddle.
Oh, Well, why don't you play something now?
Oh, with pleasure. What did you like?
Well, let's see. How about, be it ever so humble, there's no blaze like Rome.
Most happy to oblige. Oh, fiddlesticks. There goes my E string.
Yeah. Where are you going?
Out to get another string. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Pleasant memories return, a troop of them, of good food, good company, and your own enjoyment at sight of a cup and saucer.
Yes, your coffee cup will always be a symbol of pleasure at the table if you'll take the precaution to fill it with Chase and Sanborn coffee. This richer blend brings you all the flavor your cup can possibly hold. A wealth of rich goodness, deep down, wholehearted, and completely satisfying. That's why the memory of each delicious sip lingers and calls for more. That's why millions upon millions of people through the past 81 years have preferred this superb blend. And in the past year, more people enjoyed Chase and Sanborn coffee than ever before. That's a new high, a new record, the biggest swing in our entire history. Follow that lead, and this week get all the coffee goodness you're entitled to. Go the limit, get all you can. Ask your grocer for delicious Chase and Sanborn coffee.
Well, I guess that's it. Happy New Year, everybody. And you, Bergen, I know you have a Happy New Year.
Well, why, Charlie? Why are you so sure?
Well, every year's happy for you if I'm around.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, Charlie and Ed Bergen. Be with us again next week when Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Don Amici, Ray Noble, Joan Merrill, and all of us have as our guest the inimitable Carmen Miranda. This week, when you're buying coffee, think of us and ask for Chase and Sanborn coffee. Coffee made to serve in times like these. Charles Laughton is currently being seen in The Suspect. This is Bill Foreman saying goodnight from Hollywood's Radio City.
Made your New Year resolutions yet, ladies? Here's a good one. Resolve to keep your family happy with plenty of fine table spread. Give them Blue Bonnet, the delicious new margarine, a product of the makers of Flashman's Yeast. Blue Bonnet is wonderful. It brings you flavor, nutrition, economy, all three. Serve Blue Bonnet to your fussiest guests. They'll love its fresh, delicate flavor. Give it to the family at every meal. Delicious Blue Bonnet is a real food, rich in energy, rich in vitamin A. And it costs so little in points and money that you can spread it on twice as thick. So, ladies, remember the letters FNE for flavor, nutrition, economy. Blue Bonnet margarine gives all three: flavor, nutrition, economy. Get Flashman's Blue Bonnet from your grocer the very first time you go to the store.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
KFI Los Angeles, transcribed.
The Fred Allen Show with Fred's guest, Mr. George Jessel, Portland Hopper, Minerva Pius, Peter Donald, Parker Fenley, the DeMarcos, Al Goodman, his orchestra, and Kenny Delmar.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we salute the poultry show. We haven't any chickens, but we do have a man with an old joke, and he's going to pull it. And here he is, Fred Allen.
Thank you and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In Portland, that poultry show introduction, a man with an old joke and he's going to pull it. You know, I thought that was extremely clever in rather a rancid sort of a way.
Mama and I were up all night writing poultry introductions.
Poultry introductions, really?
We had another one. Here is a man. After he tells his first joke, he's a dead duck.
You were up all night writing these two feathered faux pas?
Yes?
You know what faux pas means?
It's Southern for forefathers.
Southern for forefathers?
Faux pas.
Faux pas. Some dialect you have and no finish. But forget the whole thing. Forget the whole thing. That poultry gag sounds like a joke you'd find on the floor of the studio after a Milton Berle rehearsal. And if he wouldn't pick it up to tell it, Milton will stoop to anything that I wouldn't. Tell me, did you see the poultry show at Madison Square Garden?
It was wonderful. They had hens there so small, they can't lay eggs.
Really? What do they lay?
Aspirin tablets with yolks in them.
You've had a new writer working on your part, haven't you? I sensed it. Fine. Well, you know, it's confusing over there at Madison Square Garden. One night they have fights, the next night hockey, then basketball and the poultry show. There was a mix-up last week. One night, right in the middle of the poultry show, the CCNY basketball team ran out and made 3 baskets in a hen's nest. Without disturbing the hen, too. It's rather remarkable. They were in there on the wrong night, you see. Well, before this gets too hilarious, Portland, What? I must give my writers the loyalty test again. What's in the news? What's in the news this week?
Well, science is seeking the clue to baldness.
Baldness? Well, that would be Jack Benny's problem, not mine.
Is Jack getting bald?
Getting bald? Benny's head looks as though his neck is blowing bubble gum.
Gosh.
What did you say?
Gosh.
Are you happy with that line? Benny is so bald, he looks as though somebody pulled his face back over the top of his head. And speaking of head reminds me, Portland, I think I shall head for Allen's Alley.
What is your question tonight?
Well, recently down in Washington, the director of Science Service listed the 10 most important advances in science made during 1947. And so our question this evening is, what in your estimation is the most important advance science has made during recent years?
Shall we go?
Well, I couldn't think of a joke this week. We'll just have to go, I guess. Well, here we are back in Allen's Alley, Portland. Say, I guess the Senator's in all right. His pet possum, Stanley, just looked out the parlor window there. Well, let's knock.
Who's whamming my portal? Oh, it's you, son.
Yes, Senator Clark.
I just got back from Florida, son.
Yeah?
I must have stayed out in that sun too long.
You got sunburn?
Son, I got a blister running down my back. It's longer than a pontoon.
It's really as long...
I kept feeling, son. I had enough skin to make a little boy.
You... Well, how are things in Florida, Senator?
Now, my hotel was so crowded they had to give me a Florida suite.
What is a Florida suite?
That's a closet with 2 grapefruit in it. I was out fishing every day. One fish I caught, tears come to my eyes.
Tears?
That fish reminded me how I got elected.
A fish?
It was a fluke, son.
A fish not too well known in these parts. Well, what were you doing in Florida? What were you doing in Florida, Senator?
I was down there resting with little old Harry.
Did the president enjoy his stay down there in Florida?
Harry was busy every minute, relaxing. One day, Harry went over to Key West and played the piano.
At Key West?
It was the first time anybody knowed what key he was playing in.
Well, tell me, Senator, what do you think is the most important advance science has made during recent years?
Well, science's outstanding achievement was making that big magnet up there at Columbia University.
Well, why is the magnet so important, Senator?
Owning a magnet that size, son.
Yes?
This country can point it at Russia.
And with the biggest magnet in the world?
We can raise that iron curtain. So long, son. So long, Elliot.
Say, the senator better be careful with that magnet. He might pull Spike Jones off the air. Oh, well, let's call on Mr. Moody.
Howdy, Bob.
Tell me, Mr. Moody, what do you think is the most important advance science has made in recent years?
Science better stop advancing, for it ruins the human race.
Well, how do you mean?
Why, people was better off when they had less gadgets and done more sweating.
Well, have you had any experience with scientific advancement on your farm?
I'm about ready to blow my fritter.
You're about to blow your fritter, eh? Well, what happened?
Why, a fellow come around and sold me a self-operating shortwave plow.
Uh-huh.
First time I tried the plow, something went wrong.
Yeah?
All I heard was zip. Plow started off. I ain't seen it since.
You don't know what became of the plow?
No. All I know is that from here clear to Syracuse, there's a rut that belongs to me.
Well, you can't hold that against science.
Did I ever tell you about that rain-making episode?
No, I don't think so. What was that?
Last fall, we had a drought.
Uh-huh.
Ground was so dry that worms was crying on themselves to get wet enough to turn over.
Things were dry, hey?
I'm in the front yard, spitting in all directions to lay the dust.
Yeah?
Fella comes up and he says he's a rainmaker.
Oh, you hired the rainmaker?
Yeah. He went up in a balloon, dropped 200 pounds of dry ice into a cloud.
Yeah?
Well, the dry ice fell plumb through the cloud, landed on top of my barn, and left a hole as big as a crater.
And no rain fell?
Yeah. Just as the fella come down in the balloon, it started to hail a mite.
Hail, hey?
I was fuming.
What did you do?
I pointed to that skimpy downfall.
Yes?
And I says, get the hail out of here. So long.
Well, no wonder pirates and signs don't hit at all. Well, let's try this next door.
Howdy, Chappie.
Oh, Mrs. Nussbaum. Say, you look busy.
Tonight I couldn't talk to you too long.
No?
I'm working on my Toffanetti contest.
Toffanetti contest? What is that?
If you are entering the contest, they are sending you the clues.
Oh, really? What are the clues?
Second for corned beef, first for plan, 13 for chicken fat, 7 for pan.
Yeah.
Bring me a poached egg, chopped onions, and heat. Fry me and try me. I'm ready to eat.
Those are the clues, eh? You are in the contest?
If you are guessing the clues, it is me.
Second for corned beef, bring me a post of... I give up. Who are you?
Miss Hash.
Yeah, I will send you the locomotive in the morning. But tell me, Mrs. Nussbaum, what important strides do you think science has made?
To me, outstanding is electricity.
Electricity?
Today in mine house, everything I'm doing by electricity.
Uh-huh.
Making coffee, I'm plugging in the percolator.
Naturally.
Cooking dinner, I'm snapping on the stove.
Yes.
Washing, I'm turning on the Bendix.
Uh-huh.
Sweeping, I'm attaching the vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
All day long, I'm plugging in, snapping, turning on electricity.
Well, handling all this electricity, don't you ever get a shock?
Only once a month.
Once a month you get a shock?
When I'm getting the electric bill, thank you.
Here we are at the end of the alley. Let's pay our respects to Mr. Cassidy. Well, Mr. Cassidy, what about science?
Me boy, science should drop dead.
Well, why?
Well, last week, because of that scientific invention, television, I had, shall we say, a cataclysmic encounter.
On account of television, what happened?
Well, the night of the Joe Louis fight, I was standing in Kerrigan's, conserving grain as the president ordered.
Conserving grain?
I stopped eating Wheaties. I was taking me grain in liquid form. So the fight started on the television.
Yeah.
Well, halfway through the first round,
Yeah.
the man next to me, Hambone Hennessy, he says, look, the television's broken.
Yeah.
How is it broken, says I. Joe Louis is on the floor, says he. Joe Louis is champion of the world, says he. Sure, if the television set was working properly, his opponent would be on the floor.
Why, gee.
The television set is in good order, says I. 'Tis Joe Louis that's not working properly. Well, with that, Hambone Hennessy hit me on top of the head.
Yeah.
It drove me head so far down me spine, I had to open me vest to look out at him. Well, I started running me arm in and out of Hambone's mouth till he thought he was swallowing a plunger.
Hey, this was some fracas.
Oh, the fighting got so good. Joe Louis and Jersey Joe stopped their fight on the television and started watching Hambone and me.
It must have been exciting.
Well, now, just as I was taking off Hambone's nose to put in me pocket, to keep his ears company, you know.
Yes.
The doors busted open. It's the constabulary.
The constabulary.
Well, Hambone and me was hustled into a limousine with a gong on the front of it.
Well, hey, Jack, you can't blame television.
Yeah. For doing what Joe Louis got $70,000 for doing on the television.
You?
I got 30 days. Goodbye, you.
The five DeMarco sisters, ably accompanied by the versatile Al Goodman and his orchestra. The DeMarcos sing, Papa, Won't You Dance With Me, Girl?
you dance with me? Oh, dance with me. Please dance with me. Papa, take a chance with me and dance with me tonight. And when you whirl me round and round, we'll go right off the ground. We'll go around and round, we'll go. And when we listen to the trombone sliding, I will be gliding high up to the sky.
I love the polka.
Papa, won't you dance with me? Oh, dance with me, please dance with me. When you hold me tight. Oh, Papa, won't you dance with me? Won't you dance with me tonight? Pop, 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 pop. Hey, Pop, come on and dance with me. With me. Papa, won't you dance with me? When you hold me tight. Oh, Papa.
Papa, please, pretty please.
Dance, Papa, dance with me tonight. That was a digest version of Ann Mimi, played by Maestro Al Goodman, and 25 men who think Castellanos is the fullback for Notre Dame. And now, ladies, yes, Portland.
This telegram just came. It's open.
The telegram's open.
The messenger boy said he had chapped
You want to
lips.
go down to the censor and clear your throat while we...
The messenger boy said he had chapped lips and he couldn't lick the envelope.
Oh, that Western Union. You'd think if one messenger boy had chapped lips, they'd send another boy along who could drool. What does the telegram say? Business while it's open. This will confirm... This would have been a good place for you to cough in here. The telegram says this will confirm your New Year's Eve reservations at the Carnival. Signed, the management.
The carnival?
Oh, the Carnival, that big nightclub on 8th Avenue. You know, I am president of the Jack Eigen Fan Club. We're having our New Year's party there.
I thought your Jack Eigen fan club always spent New Year's Eve at Hamburger Heaven.
No. Last year when Frank Gould was president, we went over to a little club on 52nd Street, the Open Manhole.
The open manhole?
They have no cover there. It's just a small place. The ceiling is so low, when they serve frog's legs, the legs are kneeling down.
How did you happen to get reservations at the carnival?
Well, it's a long story, Portland. Last Thursday afternoon, I was walking down 8th Avenue. I was just passing 51st Street when I heard a voice say, "Well, Fred Allen, Georgie Jesso." Georgie, what are you doing here in New York City?
What am I doing here? What am I? You must be living in a tree. You know what I'm doing here. Look at that sign up there on the marquee.
The marquee, the Carnival proudly presents Georgie Jessel in the greatest show on earth.
Well, confidentially, Fred, it isn't the greatest show on earth.
But that sign.
Well, my cousin Milford is a sign painter, you know. I told him the show was so-so. Suddenly a sign comes out, the greatest show on earth. What am I going to do? Get a lawyer? Milford is also a lawyer. I'd have to give him the case. You see what I mean?
Well, tell me, Georgie, confidentially, how are you doing in the show?
Oh, Fred, I'm a big hit. A very big hit.
A big hit?
Yeah.
Huh?
You're getting ready to call me a liar, huh? I should see it. Well, it so happens that I have the newspaper clippings right here with me, right in my pocket.
Say, they're a little dirty looking, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I've been carrying them around 2 weeks, you know. I'll have them dry cleaned a little later. But listen to what the newspapers say. Here's the Hoboken Herald. Jessel is a cyclone of lead. Here's the Jeweler's Gazette. Jessel is a diamond in the rough. Look at here. The Sandhog Journal, what it says. Look at here. Jessel is dynamite. Here's the New York Times. Who reads the Times?
Georgie, I just saw your latest picture, Nightmare Alley. I thought you were still out in Hollywood producing for 20th Century Fox.
I am. I'm still working for Mr. Zanuck, Fred, and I have to be back there on January the 5th.
Well, can't Mr. Zanuck do without you?
There is a rumor that he can, but I don't want him to find out.
Well, Georgie, I just happen to think my club is giving a party New Year's Eve.
Well, Fred, give your party at the Carnival. A great show. You'll have the time of your life and only $2 a plate.
$2 a plate?
Well, if you want food on the plate, it's a little more.
Well...
Take my advice, though, Fred. You have the $20 avocado dinner. With that comes the best of everything. Goldfinger bowls and mahogany toothpicks. It's delicious, really.
Well, what do I get for $20?
Well, now, first, before dinner, you get your own personal horn to blow at midnight. I have a sample horn here to show you.
Oh, that's a beauty, isn't it?
I should say it is. The mouthpiece is genuine plastic, you know.
Uh-huh.
It comes only with the $20 dinner. Now, get the tone on this horn.
Well, it does have a certain gusto, Georgie. But for $20,
Look,
if
Fred,
I'm blowing
please, unless you're insured, don't take the $2 dinner at the Carnival.
You mean there's no horn?
Nah, for $2 you get this.
No, Georgie, that sounds like an unborn opinion.
And we should know. Well, anyway, look, with the $20 dinner, you should see the paper hat that you get. It's a red cellophane Hamburg with a lining and the initials F.A. in it, your initials.
Well, with the $2 dinner, what sort of a paper hat do you get?
An old copy of the Hobo News. Nothing at all. Fold it up, it looks like a wet beret. You wouldn't want it.
Well, look, Georgie.
Fred, the confetti that you get with the $20 dinner...
What kind of confetti?
Chopped up $5 bills.
With the $2 dinner, you get confetti?
What confetti? The waiter comes, pulls the paper napkin from under your chin, tears it up, throws it right in your face.
Well, Georgie, $20 after all for a dinner.
But listen to the food that you get. Avocado and aspic, anchovies and aspic, guinea hen and aspic and aspic. And for dessert, ladyfinger.
But, Georgie, who could eat that mess? I'll get indigestion.
Not at the Carnival, Fred.
Well, why not?
Those ladyfingers that you get for dessert...
Yes?
They are holding an Alka-Seltzer.
But I'm a light eater, Georgie. What is the $2 dinner?
For $2 dinner, you get a sprig of parsley on a plain glass plate.
A glass plate?
Yeah, you're not only starved, but the waiter looks through the glass plate, sees you leaving a nickel tip, gets mad, takes away the knife and fork, hits you on the head. Nothing.
What about the drink?
Oh, the drinks. With the $20 dinner, you get the finest French champagne. It has the Hildegard seal of approval.
And on the $2 dinner?
The waiter takes off your shoes, puts grapes under your feet, you step on the grapes. It tastes like an oleum. You wouldn't like it at all.
Well, Georgie, in self-defense, I think I'll take the $20 dinner.
Fred, you are doing the right thing, believe me.
I'm all set for New Year's Eve.
Fred, this will be a night that you will long remember. And don't forget, take the mothballs out of that tuxedo.
Tuxedo? George, you mean it's formal?
Fred, you're going to the Carnival, not Sam's Bowery Follies, you know.
But I have no tuxedo.
Fred, I should have your luck.
Well, what luck?
I can get you a tuxedo in 5 minutes.
Really?
My cousin Milford got an interest in a place. It's right around the corner. Come with me, Fred.
All right, Georgie, let's go.
Well, here we are, Fred. Sam's Suit Salon.
Georgie, this is a pineapple juice stand.
Yeah, but in the back is a tailor shop, you see? Open all night. Overcoats made while you wait.
Oh.
Sam,
well, let's go in first.
Oh, you gotta go in.
Yes, I see. No curb service. You gotta go inside.
All right. Hey, Sam. That's Sam over there, you see, with the pineapple in one hand and the hot iron in the other.
Oh, I see.
Sam!
Hello, Mr. Jessel. I got bad news for you. I've stopped cashing checks.
This is a friend of mine, Sam, Fred Allen, and he wants a tuxedo.
A tuxedo? You came to the right place. Oh, Max!
Yes, Sam.
It's a customer.
Orange or pineapple?
The pineapple
apple's good today.
No, just the tuxedo, thanks.
Now,
look, this is for New Year's Eve, Sam. I want you to give Mr. Allen something extra special.
Well, you, Mr. Jessel, will give him the works. Built-in gravy stains on the vest. Here's a ruler. Help him measure it.
I certainly will. Okay. Sleeve 33.
Sleeve 42.
Waist 36.
Waist 57.
Length 32.
Length 71.
Wait a minute, Georgie. What is this? Every time you yell out a number, Sam puts down a different one.
Don't worry, Fred. Sam can't write.
Nothing to worry. Well, never mind the measuring. How about something ready-made?
Okay, Sam, Mr. Allen wants something ready-made.
Ready-made.
Here, Mr. Allen's our last tuxedo in stock.
Oh, Fred, you are in luck. Well, feel that material. Georgie, this is corduroy.
Corduroy? Of course. The doorman at the El Morocco has one just like that.
A corduroy tuxedo?
It is ideal for New Year's Eve.
Ideal?
Yes. When the band stops playing, you can keep on dancing to the sound your corduroy pants are making, you see? Here, Mr. Allen, tie it on.
All right, thanks.
Oh, boy, that suit was just made for you. Look how it hangs.
Hangs. It piles up on the floor. Look at this right sleeve.
That's too long.
It's not only too long, it's got a cuff on it.
Well, that's a pants leg.
The sleeve is a pants leg?
Now, wait a minute, Sam. What's with the sleeve? What is it? It's Max. Lately, his eyes are bad. Yesterday, he showed himself to a customer.
I can't go to the carnival with one arm coming out of a pants leg.
Put a shoe on your hand. Who'll notice it?
Look, Georgie, when I buy a suit, I would like to have two sleeves with it.
You got two sleeves.
Where is the other one?
Look at your left leg.
Jeepers, from the knee down, I'm bare-legged.
Look, Fred, a black puttee will cover it. Patent leather. It'll look very smart.
A black puttee? Georgie, I'm going to the carnival, not joining one.
Now, look. Fred, for the money, you can't beat it. Yeah, that's right. Try any reliable pushcart and mention my name. He's right. Now, think it over. Where else can you get a tuxedo with a mink belt in the back?
A mink belt? Say, what is that big lump hanging down inside the back of the pants?
Oh, this I didn't say. Oh, this is a pineapple.
Really?
Yeah. Sam gives away a pineapple and a Hawaiian guitar with every tuxedo. And look at those lapels.
3 lapels?
One folds inside. It looks like a vest. Fred, I'm telling you, you can't match it anywhere. That's 5 years ahead of the new look. Ah, now you're all set. You are all set, Fred. There's only one place for you on New Year's Eve.
I've got my reservation.
What reservations? With that suit, you're not sitting in the audience. You're going to be in the show with me.
In the show?
Yeah, get the picture, Fred. The lights go dim. Suddenly there is soft music. You step up on the stage beside me in that tuxedo.
Yes?
The violin section comes behind us, and we sing.
We sing together?
The first chorus. The second chorus I'll recite, and you will hum softly.
I hum. I wonder how it will sound.
Like this. When you're a long, long way from home,
it makes you feel like you're alone.
It's hard to find a pal that's true,
that you can tell your troubles to.
And when you send a letter home, your mother's voice rings in your ear.
And then you cross the T's with kisses. What a strange world this is.
Then you dot the I's with tears. You miss the love you've always known when you're a long, long way from home. Why did I wonder? Why did I stray? That is the question I ask every day. Milestones are smilestones when you start to roam, but wait till you're far from home. Fred, take it easy with the humming.
There's a caraway seed in my tooth.
You have Sophie Tucker in it. In the eyes of the world, you may seem very small. In the eyes of your mother, you're as big as them all. You go out in the world with one thought in your mind. Where can I find a pal? And you've left one behind. Look, Fred, will you stop humming? Play an instrument.
I'm singing a cappella, Georgie.
This is a cappella?